Yes, you were not mistaken. I was and could not help being in despair. I listen to you and think about him. I love
I
him.
love
I
him.
am his mistress. I cannot stand you. I'm afraid
Say
of you. I hate
that.
you. Do what you like with me.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hey.
not in
OMG.
unison.
Jinx.
Hi.
How's it going?
Um, it's going amazing. It's going great. Leah and I are just encountering each other for the first time on the
No, I
on
know.
this
I'm like,
call, so
why do
we're
I
just
even
saying hey,
pretend? Like, what is the use in lying to you all that we haven't been on the phone for
having a
like
gab.
45 minutes? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, surprise. Movie
Guys, we're
magic.
here because we're hearing that people like our intros. So we're gonna give you one of those.
This is like a thing that is like so jarring to me because I just assumed, like, since we started the podcast, I've kind of been like, people must be here for the interviews and like probably like fast
Mm-mm.
forward through the intro part.
This is this is how I know you're not a real podcast head because all my favorite podcasts where it's two people, no matter what the show is actually about, by like 10 episodes in, the intro becomes more interesting to me than the actual podcast.
No, I'm
It
like,
is so fun.
it does make sense. Like, the more people have said, like, oh, I really like the intro parts, I'm like, oh, yeah, like, we're kind of part of it. Like, I guess that's the appeal.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know,
And
like,
you're like,
I was.
true. I also like the intro part.
No, exactly. I have fun when we're talking to
We
each
like
other,
doing
so
it.
other people must, right? So here
Yeah.
we are,
Here we are.
asking
We're,
the big Q.
yeah.
Heather, what happened in your week as a writer?
Wow. Thank you so much for asking, Leah. In my week as a writer, I thought I was going to come on and tell you guys I had the most boring kind of week a writer can have. I wrote on multiple occasions,
Look at
which is
you.
really, look at me, just returning to my little doc with a crazy frequency in the past three
And
weeks.
hey,
So,
the only qualification you need to call yourself a writer is to
so
write.
true, so true, so true, bestie. And yeah, so I thought I was just going to say that, but then I remembered I got tagged in two really cute like fan posts for Bad Witches this week, and I was like, oh,
I saw those on your
they're
story.
so
They were so
cute.
cute. If you guys are
Yeah.
listening, like, seeing the
Shout
fan
out.
posts,
Shout out to those
actually,
girls.
I get so excited when as if, like, why am I in this, you know? But I
I
get
mean,
so excited, like,
no, why am I in it?
but thank you to anyone who's posting fan posts for Bad Witches, because like,
It's so true. No, you're so right for that. Bad
it's
Witches
so
is for the
touching.
fans. No, it's unbelievably touching, especially because it's always like young girls. And I'm like, well, shout out.
Well, shout out
Shout
to
out to those
y'all.
girls. So yeah, that's what happened in my week as a writer. Leah, can I ask? What happened in your week as a writer?
Oh my God. Wow. I love having, honestly, kind of having this in parallel with the Anna Karenina Part 2
Mm,
conversation does feel like it will
mm,
unlock some synchronicity that we could not have predicted. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
interesting. You and
maybe,
your
maybe
transitions, your
I
connections. Your,
know.
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
I'm like,
we're,
I can't get there yet, but I'm gonna get there.
we're gonna,
Like,
yeah, you will get there.
um, okay, but basically, the biggest thing that happened in my week as a writer is I had a story come out in the
Say
Baffler,
that.
and I'm just like so excited about it. Like, I don't know. I mean, to be like vulnerable, I guess, or like kind of cringe or earnest, as I'm sure like anyone who listens who writes themselves and has like submitted short stories around knows, like, it's such a demoralizing thing to do. Um
Mm-hmm.
and actually, like, I don't know, like, I feel like, not that I think like, oh, I'm in the Baffler, I've made it or something. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, like, I was once humble or whatever. Like, people, do you know what I mean? I'm like, but I do think genuinely, like, 2 weeks ago when I wasn't published in the Baffler, I would have wanted to hear someone say this. Like, you really
Mm,
just have to keep submitting shit. Like, that's
that's so true.
it's so depressing, but like the number of I wish I could scroll through for people and show my submittable from 5 years ago of just like a
Mm,
sea of rejections.
mm.
Um and like I kind of just stopped submitting short stories around for like the last year because I was so sick of like getting rejected. um and then like slowly like over the past couple of months I've had these like conversations, and like people have followed back up over email, and like yeah, I've been working on this story for so long and I'm so happy that people get to read it. So yeah,
Love. We're gonna link that in the show notes. I have it open in a tab. I'm gonna reread, even though I did read like an early draft.
I guess that's the lesson,
Get
if
back
there
on the
is one.
horse.
You've got to
Yeah,
get back on the horse eventually.
yeah.
Yeah, and also trust that like even if people aren't taking you seriously at first, it's not because of your writing,
Oh, it's never that. No, no,
you
it's because of
know?
your profile. Well, sometimes it's your writing, but it also is your
Right.
profile a little
Like it
bit,
could
you
be
know?
your writing, but like did my writing abilities or this story change in the last 3 years since I started it?
No.
Not really. I'm sure I got like better. I'm sure the story's
Mhm.
better, but like it's pretty much the same idea, the same.
Sorry, I don't know why I said no so confidently. I was just like
No.
playing into the
No, but
conversation,
yeah,
but I don't
no.
know. Maybe I hope maybe you did
No,
improve.
no,
Like I don't
that's so
know.
funny. No, you got fucking worse actually. Yeah, yeah.
No, Diva.
No,
I've seen
no.
no improvement on your
Yeah,
end.
yeah. I've seen only a downhill decline, steep
I was
slope.
just I was just trying to, help you get to your point.
Thank you. Thank you. No, but the point is, yeah, it's not about your writing. So
Mm,
just be confident.
yeah.
Well, or don't be confident. Just, I guess, network or something. I don't know.
Network.
Worst advice ever.
Sorry.
Anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Cast that net.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all to say, Heather, what have you consumed in the past week? Tell me about your reading list, your watch list.
I I'm like, did I watch anything? No. I watched Love Island, and you can hear about that on the Patreon. I obviously have so much to say. Yeah, I no, I actually am excited to get back into watching like some scripted television, maybe even a film, who knows?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. But I did read a book that I loved and that I was like happy that I loved because I feel like I malign a lot of contemporary and millennial fiction, especially when it's like very self-consciously millennial.
Mm.
And I like want that genre to be able to work, and I was glad to read a book that really worked. So
Aw.
I read Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico. No, sorry, that was a Spanish accent. Vincenzo Latronico. Like that?
Latronico. No, you've got because
God,
when
it's
when you
so
did that, it's like
yeah, when I did the
Vincenzo
hand.
Latronico.
Okay, let me just say Vincenzo Latronico.
Because it's like let's include all of those though as options,
Right, let's
for
put those
people to
all in.
believe who whatever accent they want.
100%. Yeah, great book. It's
What's
about
it about again? Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, it's about like just this couple. Their names are Anna and Tom, and they moved to Berlin from Italy, I think. And it's just about their millennial life in Berlin, and it's about I mean, I found it kind of depressing for sure. It's about like trying to find meaning and like how to be like unique or singular in a globalized world, and like how to make yourself useful in like political movements and like all of this stuff, and how a lot of that can feel really basically impossible. And it reminded me so much of this quote that always like stresses me out, that's like, wherever you go there you are,
No,
where
but
it's like you can't,
literally,
there's just like no, and I feel like that feels especially true
like
with the
likely place for you to
internet.
be, you know.
Sure. No, it's so
It's like
true.
a likely place for you to be where you
Um,
are.
And I wonder if that felt potentially less true before the internet, before we were so connected and like the world was so globalized and like all of these like big cities felt like carbon copies of each other. But
Yeah.
now it's really like wherever you go, there you
Oh,
are.
you
And there your
can't
city
escape.
is too. And
Yeah.
there your favorite coffee shop is. And they're like, you
And there
know.
your awareness of like what the labor practices of the oat milk brand that they serve in the coffee shop. You know, like
Baby, that could have been a line from the book about the oat
oh
milk.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta read this book. Everybody's been
Yeah.
reading it. And it's slim, it's small, right?
Oh, she's skinny. Yeah, and it honestly like is so even like mentioning that oat milk line, mentioning Berlin, like it sounds like it would be very annoying and very much the kind of thing I wouldn't want to read, but it is really smart. It's really effective, and I thought it was a banger.
Wow. Okay, love to hear it. And you know the
Yeah.
author translated Rejection into
I
Italian.
know. You know, here's the thing. How come writers don't translate their own stuff sometimes?
I
Like,
well, would I want that? Do
I
you want
mean,
that?
who would do a better job than
No,
you?
I guess, but also it's like maybe there's something like cool about having the mediator. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't it add something like I do feel like our reading of Anna Karenina is like so influenced by the translation we picked, and I
Yeah.
kind of like having them as the mediators of our experience of Tolstoy in a way.
I mean, it's interesting as a reader. I don't know why you would want it as a writer. Like you're trying to express something, like wouldn't you want to be in charge of expressing it? But I like there must be a reason because like so many people do it. Like
Yeah.
like translate other stuff and don't translate their own stuff. Like
Mhm.
Jhumpa Lahiri, now that she's Italian, she didn't
Now that she's
translate her newest book.
you
She
know,
had somebody else do it.
she could pronounce Vincenzo Latronico
She
perfectly.
really could. She totally could.
It would be slight work for her.
Yeah, no, it would be easy peasy. But yeah, highly recommend. Yeah,
Wow. Okay,
Leah.
I gotta tap in.
Yeah, tap in. You'll like it, I think. What did you consume
I
that you want to
consumed.
share?
Well, I've started two books this week that I feel like I um want to tell the people about, and that I am not even that far into, but I'm enjoying my reads of both of them for very different reasons. One is I started Muscle Man by Jordan Castro, which is coming out from Catapult in like a month or two, maybe in September. I can't remember. But that is about an English professor who is like crazy and obsessed with like weightlifting in the gym.
That sounds
And
amazing already.
yeah, it's kind of so I- I'm enjoying it. It's kind of like so contained in this like disturbing head that it's grating for me, but
Mm.
also, you know, I think that's the project, and like he's executing on that.
You know I
Um
hate a project. So
so it's a project, you know? Um
mm.
but
I'm kidding. That's
obviously
not
like the
true.
reflections on like masculinity are so timely and interesting, and there's definitely something there, and I'm writing about masculinity in like a little essay, so I feel like useful fodder. And then the other one that I'm loving is The Wilderness, which is Angela Fornoy's new novel, and it just like swoops in with this amazing first like entry plot, which is one of the characters is taking her grandfather to Europe to have an assisted suicide.
Love.
Like that's not even a spoiler, it's like really the
Mhm.
opening gambit. um and yeah, like I of course that is catnip for me. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
a grandparent moment. All of it is so
Leah was
fun.
late to record because she was having a grandparent moment.
I literally was. Yeah, I was. You know, it's actually because my grandma read the Baffler story, and
Oh.
she was
Uh-huh.
like, "Where did you come up with these ideas?"
So funny.
she was like,
Are
"That
you
is
sick? Are you
disgusting."
okay?
No,
Yeah.
actually, like, just like, "Are you sick in the head?" So
Love
that's where I'm
that.
coming from. Anyway, hence why I love this book so
Mhm.
far. And yeah, those are my books this week.
Love that. We have other things that we consumed, like an essay about a right-wing literary scene in Los Angeles. And we are also both gonna watch The Materialists before it leaves theaters, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get myself to an AMC because I want to treat
Yeah.
myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I want a little bit of recline. So
Yeah,
I'm
and some
gonna,
popcorn, how about?
hey, and I don't want it to be stale. So I'm gonna go do
No.
that.
No.
Sometimes you're allowed,
No.
okay?
No,
Um,
exactly. I don't want the
but
non, the like completely flavorless
no.
popcorn that they have at many independent cinemas. I love the independent cinemas too.
Don't get me started on the Diet Coke at the Angelica. I'm
Yeah.
not, I like, don't get me started on that. Like, that alone has, like, sort of ended the indies for me. Other than
No.
BAM, I do fuck with BAM because it's so close to
Mm-hmm.
me. But,
But their popcorn's horrible.
oh my God. And their
It's
weird toilets, I
disgusting.
can't deal. I can't.
What's going on
No,
with the toilets there? Actually,
the
that's
toilets are
so
actually
true.
so scary. Okay,
They
sorry.
are.
While we're here, for anyone who's never been to the BAM bathrooms, okay, the
Don't
toilet is,
go.
don't go. Do
Do
not
not
go. Do
come.
not come.
Do not come.
It's like, this is how the toilet works. You have to close it in order for it to flush. You close it so when you go into the bathrooms, all the toilets are closed. Okay, so if somebody wanted to kill me with something, they would be like, "Oh, what would be Heather's like worst night? What would be something that would make Heather pass out?" That. It's like, surprise, you have no idea what's in the toilet when you open it.
And you have to just slowly reveal.
Oh,
Also, the stalls are tiny. If you have a
oh, don't get me
bag,
started.
you can't even like figure out where to put the bag so that you can fit yourself into the stall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna consume those things and talk about them on our Patreon because we have to keep these intros short.
And we have to thank our Patreon subscribers
Yeah,
who
yeah,
support everything we do, make it
yeah,
possible for us to come on here and talk to you all.
100%.
Our newest Patreon subscribers since we last had an update. First of all, we have Michelle Chu, who last time we just like spoke over each other and we didn't say your name. So, Michelle, thank you so much for subscribing, and
Thank
we're so
you
grateful.
so much, Michelle. Dana Klasky? Wow.
Love
Dana.
you. Dana,
Love you,
you're
Dana.
everything.
Shout
Everything to
out.
us. We love you. God, Dana could not be a funnier, more charming person.
We love Dana
We also
now.
have someone who calls themselves the doctor.
Who could that be? Thanks, Doc. Just what the doctor ordered.
Exactly.
And then we have this iconic diva, Paula Bomer,
Oh my
who I
God.
can't wait to meet at our next reading.
Surprise. Wow, reveal.
Surprise.
A big
Big
reveal.
reveal.
Then we also have Ken W. Ken, thank you so much for joining us on Patreon. Love you.
Love you, Ken. Then we have our homegirl, Akosua. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then
Hell
we
yeah.
have absolute diva and queen, one of my closest friends since 8th grade, Molly Jordan. Welcome to Patreon, Molly.
Come on in, Molly.
No,
Um,
actually.
Then we have Soph. Don't even get me started on Soph. Don't even
Come
get me
on.
started on Soph. Like, don't get me started. Like,
Soph made the first limousine merch before we even had
oh my
merch of
God,
any kind.
true. I mean, let's be real. That was Caitlyn merch. But still.
It was at Limousine, and Limousine
Yeah,
was the venue for the merch, so that's beautiful.
totally. Soph listens to every last episode. Soph, shout out.
Next we have Jasmine. Jasmine, thank you so much. Don't know you yet, I don't think, but I want to know you, and we're gonna get to know
Me
you over
too.
Patreon. So hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Sporty Jacka, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my God, yes. I've met Sporty so many times. Shout out Sporty.
I love
Thank
you,
you.
girl. Love you so
Thank
much,
you,
Sporty.
Diva.
You're the best. Thanks for subscribing. And we also have Alexa Boltax. Welcome, Alexa, to the Patreon.
Imagine having two X's in your name.
So
Wow.
powerful.
Jules Rivera. Yes. Yes.
Thank God Jules is here.
Then we have Lane. Lane, welcome. You are community, you are family. Okay? Because you are in our Discord and you're making yourself known. And I love seeing you in there,
Oh my God,
Diva.
and your thoughts in the Discord are so wise, and you
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah.
yeah, you are a true reader. You're tagging yourself, you're
You're
participating in the discourse. Like,
contributing in a massive way.
wow,
We love having you there.
yeah,
And if you also want to join the Discord, we'll put link in the show notes. There's a link in our Instagram bio. Join our Discord. We're having fun.
it's
Okay.
so fun.
We're having an amazing time. And
And
yeah.
you can hear more about the book that we're clubbing
Mm,
in this episode.
we're clubbing it. Well.
So I guess without further
um,
ado,
yeah. Oh, and we do this episode with an iconic Patreon,
no,
an iconic friend
exactly.
of the pod, Bill.
He could not be better. Bill
Couldn't be
Nguyen.
better. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi,
do
everyone.
you guys hear that baritone? Is that what it is?
Deep
Correct.
That deep, gravelly baritone?
That
Oh
second
my gosh.
smoker's cough.
That's
No.
the voice.
That raspy baritone on the other end of the line.
Wow.
That you
That's
guys
a
loved
special
so much
guest.
the first time he was on.
Yeah.
Right, right.
We have the most special guest. The most special guest. My bestie, Bill Nguyen.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
People
No.
get on tables and they start.
I play
People are doing the
I
wave.
play that sound, that radio sound that's like bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then you hear like toot toot as well in the back.
It's such
And
an
then
honor to be
actually,
here.
and then actually, wait, sorry, one more thing that's gonna come on is some Mariah Carey comes on in the background. And
No,
it's like,
yes,
You
yes.
got me feeling
Fantasy, yes.
And it's like, yeah, and it's all of the
Same
above.
time, actually.
Yeah, no, and it's overlapping. So
Wow.
She hits the whistle.
welcome back. Yup, she hits the
Wow.
whistle right when Bill
Thank you.
appears.
Never have
Welcome
I been
back,
so warmly
Bill.
greeted.
How does it feel to be back on Limousine?
How does it feel?
I wish I were in the studio. We're coming at you, from 3 separate rooms, but feels like home. Feels like home.
Yeah, say that.
Yes.
So we wanted to have Bill on for this part, obviously, because he's one of my favorite people, one of the best writers I know, talented, smart, thoughtful, hilarious.
Wow.
Bill.
Period.
Period. Great voice for radio.
Uh,
Bill, great face for
And
video
handsome
as
face
well.
for video.
Oh, so
Don't
handsome,
forget.
and he got a haircut for us.
No. That's true. That's true.
For all of you all.
But Bill, I want to know about your background with Tolstoy, with the classics. How did you feel coming into reading this? And yeah, what are your credentials? Tell us all
My
of it.
Show
very
us your
slim.
badge.
No. That's in my bag over there.
Yeah.
But very slim relationship with Tolstoy. I was supposed to book club him actually a couple of years ago in grad school, but I was too
Because
lazy
you got
and
your
left.
what? MFA, by the way.
Correct.
From
And
where?
Where'd you
Oh.
get that?
Iowa. Yeah.
Say that.
That's right. For
Yes,
those
yeah.
for those who aren't familiar with Bill's game, we just have to
Yeah.
let you know.
Stand on it, Bill. Stand on it.
I'm sitting on it today, but we were supposed to do a book club. I checked. Actually, my friend Brian gave me his copy of Anna Karenina from the library for 6 months, and then he was like, "Hey, can I get that back to return it?" when I hadn't read it at all. So I don't know, much about him, although I do know that Alice Munro loves him, which we'll get into.
And you're a
I've
big
read
Alice Munro fan?
huge, talk to me offline.
Yeah, no,
I-
I'm like interesting.
Let's
time
take
for you
this
to say
offline.
that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Read, some of the Russians, some of Chekhov's stories. We had to read Dostoevsky in college, and I don't remember a single thing about him, which I realized from listening to part 1 that you don't either. It's so
No.
hard. It's so
No.
hard.
Crime
A
and
big way
punishment
no.
it's
No.
a big no for me.
It's a punishment
yeah.
and a crime, really. No,
And
I mean,
it's
it's like I want
Yeah.
to get there. I want to get
I'm like,
to
maybe
that.
one day I'll revisit, but like,
Yeah.
as you said, Bill, I remember hating it, and that's all I
Mm,
remember. So,
no. I do
yeah.
have some relationship to Russian women's tennis players. Shout out to
Mm,
Amanda Anisimova, who lost it at Wimbledon but gave a beautiful speech
tough.
about her thanking
Okay.
her
Oh,
mom. It was so, yeah.
oh
So
my
we
Wow.
love
God.
you, girl.
That's
um,
amazing.
Hey.
So,
Wow.
yes.
Look at you bringing
So
in
yeah.
different elements of Russian culture.
I hear
Thank
Listen.
you
you.
love Russia and you love
Mm-hmm.
Alice Monroe. Those are like
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
two uncancelable opinions. Sounds like
I
a
Well,
great
agree.
start to our conversation.
Listen, that won't get you canceled on this podcast, and I'll say
not this
that.
No,
podcast.
certainly not.
No.
Wow, but yeah, those are my credentials. And I'm excited to discuss the juiciest part of the novel with you
Mm.
both today.
I think
Do you
it
believe?
literally it is
Yeah.
the
I don't know.
juiciest
I actually
part.
I've only read these first two parts, so
Well,
Honestly, it might be the juiciest. I don't know. It's
we're gonna get into it because there are
I
three
think it might
streams.
be. Yeah, and exactly.
We've
Leah,
narrowed it
tell the
down to
people about your
well, when we
stream.
discussed this before amongst the three of us, we kind of were like,
Mm-hmm.
so what are some of the big points to hit? And we all agreed there were three major scream points in this
Mm-hmm.
section.
Points where we howled. Points that we howled.
Exactly we howled at the moon. We gasped.
Mm-hmm.
I gasped. I clutched my
Oh.
pearls
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh,
all
the
three
blue corn
times,
moon.
really.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah,
I
exactly.
not that.
Oh my god.
I had one, yeah, I had like I also would like to, I mean, not to like be intense or whatever, but like, are we ranking the screams? Because I had like one top scream. Did you?
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
top
Yes,
scream.
yes,
And
Yeah,
yes.
I had
I
it.
think it's the
We
last
might.
one.
Yeah, it's the last one. Yes, it's
The final scream.
Yes.
Is when,
Oh,
and
well,
boy, did I scream.
so should we just get into it so we can get the people to their third scream?
I think we got to get
Let's
into
do
it.
it.
Yeah, because so
Okay.
much happens. So much happens.
Bill,
Okay.
where do we pick up here?
Well, Kitty is ill when we start part two. She's literally sick from a broken heart. The Sherbatskys have a family doctor, but they decide to call in a famous doctor who,
Mhm.
funny enough, it's very funny because it says, though some said that this famous doctor was a bad doctor, is the quote from the book. So they know that this is a spooky OBGYN. He like keeps asking
Nice.
Kitty to
No, the ZocDoc score is not what we would hope it to be.
No.
horrific bedside manner, but he
No
insists.
publications.
No. He's like, Kitty, take off your clothes, girl. Like that's the only way that you can be well again. The family's like,
And
he
has this ever
diagnosed.
happened to y'all? You know?
Well,
You know when you go to the doctor
Offline.
and they're like, you have to get. Can I just say something disgusting? I'm sorry
Say it.
if my parents are listening. I'm sorry they have to hear this.
Diva,
One time I
we're
went to the
so far from that
dermatologist,
now.
and I had a male nurse, and the nurse
Yeah.
said, "You can take everything off your panties too." He said panties.
oh.
To say panties to me in a doctor's
Bro,
office
I'm
is-
sorry. That's like really, that's really tough for me.
And that's what Kitty
Nothing-
said. That's what the doctor said to Kitty. Take off your panties.
He did.
Nothing would have made me resist harder than that. Like to say it like that, I'm like, it's so unscientific, it's so unmedical, it's so
Yeah.
your personal
Sorry.
desire, and they're staying on.
Say
I'm arid,
undergarments.
yeah.
You better
Yes.
say undergarments
Yes,
to me.
say,
You know what I'm
say
saying?
undergarments.
Like-
At most, you're saying underwear, but be
That was-
so serious.
So sick and twisted.
Ooh,
That's so
oh my
nasty.
God.
I don't think the statute of limitations runs on a comment like that, so you should see her. But
Thanks to my lawyer. Yeah.
And
By the way,
Of
Bill's a
course.
lawyer on top of everything. Can
Oh
you
my
believe?
God. So, the famous doctor is here. The family doctor's like, ooh, I think Kitty might have tuberculosis or the start of it. And he's also like, I think there are hidden moral and spiritual causes for her illness, which is not
AKA the
untrue.
big D.
AKA. No, exactly. She is down bad with the big D.
With the big D.
Yeah.
Who among us?
Yeah, we've all been there. I like what I loved in this like little around the doctor is how suspicious the dad is of the doctor, the old prince.
He
He's like,
knows.
man, not this dog. He's like
Yeah.
he sees through it. And Kitty's his favorite, so it's particularly wounding for
Oh,
him. And he's just like, yeah, I really don't want her to get naked in front of this man. But and also
It's
he
true.
knows that she just has a
that
broken
is just
heart.
broken
Yeah.
heart.
She
And
doesn't
it's
have
oh.
tuberculosis that can only be found by seeing someone naked. Do you know
No.
what I mean?
No,
He's like, that's not what she
no.
has.
He also is generally suspicious of doctors or medicine,
Yeah.
though. It's like he, as a man who had seen life and was neither stupid nor sick, did not believe in medicine. So,
And
you
it's
know.
like, you
which
know,
is by the way
no,
not
he
sick, not
actually
stupid, not buying this. Like,
no,
okay.
he actually predicted Maha, you know, in a way. He predicted Maha.
He honestly is a bit Maha coded.
I'm gonna do my own
Wow,
research, okay? I'm
true,
gonna do my own
Yeah.
research.
Yeah. And
Oh my
listen,
God.
but I will say that is also Tolstoy's opinion of doctors.
Yeah,
Like he's like
no,
highly suspicious of
that
doctors,
comes through.
experts, etc. Yeah.
Okay, so his
Um
self-inserts are the dad and Levin
anything that's
together.
anything
We're
that's
good so
bad,
far.
honestly, is Tolstoy. Like if it's bad, it's Tolstoy's opinion.
That's what it's giving.
Sorry to say.
Another thing I
Alas.
love that the dad says while they're kind of like having this family discussion around Kitty's depression is like
Mhm.
he's just like not really willing to, you know, he's like he knows she's depressed and he's like just trying to put a smile on her face and be jolly about it. And like this is such a parent depressed child dynamic. So he asks,
Mhm.
he's like, one day you're gonna wake up and say to yourself, I'm perfectly well and cheerful. I want to go with my dad for a walk again. And this is like even more horrible to Kitty because she's like, oh my
No.
God, I've been caught like a criminal. He
Yeah.
knows I'm not really sick. I'm just sad. Like,
Yeah. It's she's like, ew,
so
this is so
embarrassing.
embarrassing. Yes. Another thing that I love about like another like line that I liked here was as the youngest, she was her father's favorite, and it seemed to her that his love for her gave him insight. That's so sweet. I find that so sweet. And it does seem true.
Yeah.
He has clocked her thoroughly.
Yeah, it's funny too, because then right after that, she leans toward him expecting a kiss, and then he pats her hair and says, "These stupid chignons, you can't even get to your real daughter."
Yes, no, it's so funny. He's like, Queen, embrace your natural hair and stuff.
No.
Yes,
It's
that's
so
true.
funny.
Like,
He's like, no more wigs and
No.
weaves, Diva.
no,
Take it off.
take that
Mm-mm,
out.
mm-mm.
I like you just the way you are.
Yeah, he says you can only feel like the head of a dead, like the hair of a dead person. You can't even feel your daughter's
Dead
hair or
wenches,
whatever.
yeah. No.
Yeah,
Dead
it's
wenches.
so funny. It's so
Oh
funny.
my God. Oh my
But
God.
someone else has arrived to cheer her up here, and it is Dolly, her sister.
Mm-hmm.
With her motherly
Sorry.
family habit of mind, saw at once that there was women's work to be done.
She knew a woman
This
had
is
to be in there.
something. This is something Tolstoy references a lot throughout, like a woman's work and like certain things that only women know how to do. Like he has that kind of like old-fashioned superstition about like the way that only women can understand certain things, which honestly, he might be right, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, in this situation, who could speak to her in any, do you know what I mean? Like who could cut
Mhm.
through all the layers of embarrassment besides her sister? So in
So
a
true.
way, yeah, only a woman could do this work. She's got to roll up her sleeves and say like, let's get over this man, Diva.
Let's
you
get
know?
over it. But like, what is she going through, Dolly?
Oh
Like,
God.
where is she since the last section?
So remember how her man was cheating on her? Anyone
Yeah.
recall?
Yes.
Remember that?
Me-
Yeah, I remember.
And he like groveled and asked for forgiveness and like brought in Anna Karenina, and that's kind of why she came and met Vronsky in the front. So actually, he's cheating again.
Yeah.
And the way he puts it is so funny and so depressing.
It's sad. She's like, at this point, she basically like, I guess you kind of get the full force of like the first time somebody does something like this to you is when you make the decision, you know? And like after that, it's
Yeah.
kind of over for you.
It's like,
So it says,
you can't change your mind now.
Yeah, the welding done by Anna had not proved strong, and the family accord had broken again in the same place. Amazing. And then it says,
Mm.
she says, like, now she's like, it can't affect her the way it did the first time. And now a discovery would only deprive her of her family habits, and she allowed herself to be deceived, despising him and most of all herself for this weakness. Yeah, you
Mm.
kind of need that first wind of outrage to leave. Now it's like, this would just destabilize my life, so I
Hillary
guess I'm
Clinton
sticking
core,
around.
you know?
No.
And
The modern Hillary.
I'm dead. Uh-huh.
Yo, we got him.
In the sense that.
And
No, in every sense, yeah.
and to the degree that
Oh my god.
No,
The way my
correct.
grandma is still like, why didn't she leave him?
girl and
So anyway,
and
so she comforts her sister. Dolly's there to chat with
Yeah.
her sister in a sisterly way.
Mhm.
And she knows, she has a sense that Levin has proposed, which no one has really admitted to.
Mhm.
Kitty, least of all Kitty. And so she
Yeah.
knows, like, she's doubly depressed, not just because of what Vronsky has done, but because she has a hunch that Kitty turned down Levin and is regretting all of that, and like feels like she has like two loves to grieve.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
And
you'll go ahead.
no, you go.
Well, I was gonna say, so she finally mentions it. She's like, okay, did Levin speak to you? And this is like what sets Kitty off. Kitty's like, you know, she could already tell Kitty was kind of jumpy. She's like holding on to things, which is her angry little habit, which is so like tiny and observant. And then
Yeah.
she loses it when she brings up Levin, and she says, I would never basically do what you're doing. Go back to a man who has betrayed you, who has fallen in love with another woman. I don't understand that. You may, but I can't. So she has to say
Nasty word.
cutting.
But killingly funny. Yeah.
It's so funny.
She said, yeah, that's your
kidding,
thing.
no.
Okay?
She's like, that's you.
Yeah.
It could never be me.
No.
No.
No, because she's like, oh, you have to move past it. But she's like, I'm not moving past shit. Okay, she's
Yeah.
like, I'm not like you. I can't just tolerate
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
which is so funny. And
It's
then they
not
both start
talking to
crying.
you that I'm standing on business, you know?
Say
Like,
that,
that's like-
yeah. Kitty's like, no, my whole life is over. There's no going back, and yeah, I'm standing on this.
Yeah.
You know.
And then Dolly's
Even-
like, who's this around my neck? And it's Kitty again being like, I'm unhappy. And this is the
That's
part
so
where
real.
this is the part where maybe a woman's work is being done. The quote here. As if tears were the necessary lubricant without which the machine of mutual communication could not work successfully, the two sisters after these tears started talking, not about what preoccupied them, but about unrelated things, and yet they understood each other. I know.
I love that line. I loved that line. Because,
Tears
like,
are the
also,
necessary lubricant.
yeah, because we've all been there where you're like making up with someone, or you're like trying to like have an honest conversation with someone, and it feels like you have to get like to like a certain level of like vulnerability on both sides, where it's like, okay, we've both hit rock bottom, like we've both, you know,
I
embarrassed
have
ourselves,
to say
kind
the worst
of.
thing and then immediately
Mm.
regret it and just admit, like, no, I only said that because I'm so unhappy. Like, I'm,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
like,
And because it's true. No.
Yeah, no,
As well.
and because I've been thinking it.
both at once.
But yeah,
Oh.
but yeah,
Yeah.
so then they have a little chit chat, and then Dolly's like,
Yeah.
Dolly's been diagnosed with, or she's been prescribed time in Europe to get over her.
Yeah, Kitty. Yeah, Kitty has this.
Sorry, yeah, Kitty. Yeah, so the family's gonna go to
Yeah.
Europe.
And we've all been there, you know?
Again, we've all been there. It's like either
So
you have
relatable.
tuberculosis or you're depressed. Either you're gonna get like your humors drawn or leveled or whatever, or you're going to Europe. And so
And,
they go.
and like most of us, Kitty chooses the Euro trip. Because
Yeah.
who wants to get their humors leveled?
not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, cute.
No.
Cute
One
So
less
off she
cute thing
goes.
before that is
Mm.
she goes to take care of Dolly's kids. It's really short at the
Yes.
end, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
funny
Oh.
because she's like, "Don't worry, I've already had scarlet fever,
Yes, yeah,
but
yeah,
I can't get it again."
yeah, yeah. Because Dolly's kids are sick with something. They don't know what it is yet. They think it might be scarlet fever. But yeah, Kitty's like, okay, going to help you with that is going to make me feel better.
She needs a
Spoiler, it
purpose.
doesn't.
She needs a
But she
task.
goes, yeah, more women's work, I guess.
Once again.
And well,
This is a man's world, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of women's work,
Mm-hmm.
then we're back to
Okay,
the women,
transition. Yeah,
right?
the
Come
women.
on. We go to
Yeah.
Petersburg
Mm-hmm.
and we're just thrown into the society of Petersburg that Anna is navigating as she pursues or deigns to pursue this
Danes,
affair.
yes.
Or
Yeah.
wait, whatever the opposite of Danes is.
Is she gonna? Well,
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to pursue.
Avoids this affair with Vronsky.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this introduction to Petersburg.
Love, like Tolstoy makes like very quick work of setting this whole thing up. Like he
Yes.
doesn't even just
Mm.
tell us like which circle Anna's in. He tells us which circle she's expected to be in, which circle she was formerly in, like all of this, and like how the circle she's in correlates with how she's feeling. Great work, loved it. Bill, could you explain to
Beautiful.
us
And
what the levels were?
there are 3 levels. There are 3
Yeah.
circles. The first one is all the men her husband works with. And she was like, I could never have been interested. The quote here is, the circle of governmental male interest never could interest her.
Say that.
Well, and that's really fair.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Circle number 2 is the circle she was formerly interested in. And this is the circle of, quote, elderly, unattractive, virtuous, and pious women, and of intelligent,
So
educated,
funny.
and ambitious men.
Mhm,
And this is a
mhm.
circle where she had her friend Lydia Ivanovna, who I guess is, unattractive and virtuous. And then
Mhm.
the third circle is the ball society,
Oof.
the
Mm.
demi-monde.
And we all know what we'd want to be in. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's the
Wait,
Monde.
when I was reading this, I was like, is this the demi-monde or I don't think that's what they're called. Like, I don't
No,
think
this
he's
is the
referencing.
Monde.
Yes.
A monde
And
that
they're,
held so as not to
Yes.
descend to the demi-monde.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
demi-monde is
Yeah.
like the shit ranks. Like they're too good
Right,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They're above the
Yeah,
demi.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
simply
so
the
they
monde.
think. Yeah.
The full monde.
Interestingly, they thought they despised the other circle, but they had similar tastes. And
Right.
her connection,
Mhm.
Anna's connection to this circle is through Princess Betsy, her cousin's wife.
Yeah.
I love how this book has like so many clear it like talks so openly about everyone's like class and income levels where
Yes.
they're like, we know exactly how the income of Princess Betsy. Her income is 120,000. Like I don't know
Rich.
of what, but like it sounds
I
like
just
a lot.
know she's
Yeah.
yeah. I was about to say Betsy is so rich. Yeah.
To the extent that Anna, who we know already is like this noble woman whose husband is a very high ranking official, even she is like outranked by this Monde. She says she had avoided hanging out with Princess Betsy too much because it called for expenses beyond her means. Like she's like,
I love
I gotta go into
that
debt
detail.
to like roll
Yeah,
with this
to
girl.
keep up with that. Yeah.
Correct.
But but Betsy like has a special interest in Anna. So from the second, she says, from the time that she first came out, like Betsy had taken a special interest in her. She'd especially liked her, courted her, and drawn her into her circle, laughing at the circle to which Countess Lydia Ivanova belonged. When I'm old and ugly, I'll become like that, said Betsy. But for you, for a young pretty woman, it's too early for that almshouse. Okay, I'm not mad at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
And
Yeah.
so sorry, go ahead, Bill.
We got a good glimpse of Anna's interiority here right before we go to the opera, where it says, At first, Anna sincerely believed that she was displeased with him, Vronsky, for allowing himself to pursue her, blah blah blah. But then later, finding that he was not there, she clearly understood from the sadness which came over her that she was deceiving herself, that his pursuit not only was not unpleasant for her, but constituted the entire interest of her life. Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
this, come on, this is Alice Munro all over. This is
Yeah,
Alice Munro.
yeah,
Say
yeah.
more,
That
This-
say
is
more, say
Alice
more.
coded. That is Alice
This is
coded.
Bea from Vandals, a character who's like
Mm.
love to talk about her love affairs in a sarcastic tone, but she's like, oh, when she used that tone, she knew she was being dishonest because love affairs were the real content of her life. Correct.
Say that.
Correct.
Say that. And
Yeah.
actually, I feel like that relates to something that we're gonna get with Alexandrovich
Yeah.
later on. They're gonna get to like
Alexei, just Alexei.
Alexei.
Exactly.
You know
Problem is,
him.
Vronsky's also Alexei. It's so annoying.
Yeah, so that's tricky. But yeah, I think that connects to like something that we'll get with him later on. But also one other thing that I wanted to mention before we get to the opera is that so Anna had always like hung out with Lydia Ivanova in that like virtuous circle, and then the second she comes back from Moscow, she's like, I'm disgusted by that. I can't be a
She's
part
like-
of that. That's fake. I need to hang out with the freaks.
No,
Mm.
no,
Come on,
exactly.
with Betsy.
I need to be partying
Yeah.
nonstop. Why was I with this old ugly bitch? Like,
Yeah, she's
Sorry,
like,
I
suddenly
wanna-
this feels false. It feels dishonest. I'm
Yes.
going out.
Yeah. No. So she hits the club, aka the opera.
Yeah.
She goes to the opera, and we go first to Vronsky, who is coming around his cousin Betsy all the time now because he
Mhm.
knows it might be the place to find his
Mhm.
woman.
Mhm. Can I say Betsy is so crazy to me as a character? Like she is so crazy because of like how just because of the way she facilitates this. I'm like, Diva,
Yeah.
what? You're
she
so
supports
weird
every
for
vile
this.
antic. Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
She's messy.
I'm like-
she's just living to be around the mess. She's like facilitating the whole thing.
She's crazy. It's like to help them out once or twice. I'm like cool, but the way she's like in it throughout, I'm like, Betsy, you are so weird.
The way she's in the getaway car, the way she's like,
No.
She's in the getaway carriage, like literally. She's involved
she's
in
like,
the.
toot,
She's
toot. Like,
She's like, I know you don't want to drive with your husband. Like, get in my car. Like, you're so weird.
Yeah.
no, you're crazy for that. She's literally like, okay, come on over to my box at the opera and then dinner at mine after. Like, I just,
Mhm.
why don't you just take my other room? I'm like, why are you?
You.
What are you getting
She's
out of
so
this?
weird. Yeah.
No.
It's interesting.
No, but Vronsky's also being fake with her. Well, they have a great banter, and then Vronsky's like, I'm
Mhm.
scared of becoming ridiculous.
Mm. However,
But that's not true.
Vronsky knows good and well.
But that's not true, is it? That's,
No.
that's so funny. But that was
Because
not
we're at
true.
the point where like Betsy and other people are clocking, it's clocking to them that Vronsky and Anna have something going on. Like something is happening.
something-
Like when they're in the
something's
same
afoot.
space, people are noticing it. So like when Vronsky sees Betsy at the opera, he's like, there's something about like what did he say? He said, I don't know. He says he's like hope he's beginning to lose hope. And she's like, oh, like what hope can you have? And he's like, oh, nothing. Like I'm scared of becoming ridiculous. But
But
is that even possible, Bill?
no. And here's what Tolstoy has to say. He knew very well that in the eyes of Betsy and all society people, he ran no risk of being ridiculous. He knew very well that for those people, the role of the unhappy lover of a young girl or of a free woman generally might be ridiculous. But the role of a man who attached himself to a married woman and devoted his life to involving her in adultery at all costs had something beautiful and grand about it and could
No.
never be ridiculous. And therefore, with the proud and gay smile playing under his mustache, he lowered the opera glasses and looked at his cousin.
I love that.
The little lowering the glasses at the end with the mustache. That's
Mhm.
so. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He ain't slick.
That's-
Like
No,
he knows. He's not ridiculous.
no. And I
He's
love
coquettish,
this like
yeah.
yeah, no, he's just like Anna for real. I love again this like setup of like different values and like these
Yeah.
people having like like this is like an almost like a moral belief that they're like it would be ridiculous for you to be like sappy over like a single woman, but to actually throw yourself into this affair is something that we value and like we think is good. Like
Exactly.
it's
There's
proof that you're living
Ron.
an honest and
beautiful
good
and
life.
grand in like
Yeah.
trying to pursue this love affair, like at
Yeah.
all costs.
Yes, like you are pursuing something and you are like being torn apart by something that like is your own idea. Like it's not like, oh, I'm a single woman who needs a husband so badly. Like that's actually not as entertaining because it's like, you know, that's in line with the rules of society. It's conventional. But for someone to like be torn apart by something that's unconventional is something that they respect. And that's interesting also because like Anna's come back and is almost, you can see in real time, like adopting that perspective too.
Yes. It's interesting because I think the way it's set up here, it's like that like singledom versus marriage is important, like pursuing a married woman. Do we think that, I mean, I obviously think this is true, but do we think that Tolstoy also thinks that it's different between men and women? You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous
Yeah.
for a married woman to be pining this way. Like they're not going to feel the same beautiful and grand feelings about what Anna's doing as they are about Vronsky. Or are
I think
they?
so.
Maybe, yeah, especially given the way he renders her react later to Scream #1. Probably. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like to
Yeah.
make that palatable to us later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Louise
And I
does.
think even also in the way like the affair is being received, like by their different milieus. Like
yeah.
we have like Betsy being like, I love this from both of you. Continue.
Betsy.
Betsy's like, I support this, but
Give me
not
more.
everybody does.
No,
Yeah.
idle hands. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I find it so interesting, like the way they're received very differently in society, even though the act itself we're meant to understand it has this like moral power, or this like moral interest.
Yeah.
But such is misogyny.
It really is like that.
Period. Then we have this little sort of like side anecdote where Betsy was like, "Why weren't you at dinner?" And Vronsky was like, "Oh, I was trying to be like a peacemaker between like this guy and his wife, or like his wife's offenders." And so we go on, and it's like, oh, he talks about how two of his officers chased a lady up the stairs.
And of course he's like I'm obsessed with the way it begins because he's like,
Yes.
I really shouldn't say.
Yes. Please read it. Yeah, I love it. I love
This is a
it.
bit indiscreet, but so charming that I want terribly to tell it, said Vronsky, looking at her with laughing eyes. I won't mention any names. Like, I love all of the gossip scenes.
Yes,
so
he's
real.
so good at it. Yeah, they're
Oh
great.
my god,
They're
amazing.
so good.
Even
Yeah.
the way they break into French at certain times, like I love when he tells us
Yeah.
when they're speaking French, because
Mhm.
you can tell it's like part of their kind of rules of society that like we can be a little cheeky when we're in French. Like, you know, others might not understand.
Yeah, love it.
Oh,
Yeah, he says I won't mention names, and she goes, but I'll guess them. So much the better.
No.
Wow, I need to clean out
the way
with
you
her.
gave her a Samantha Jones voice, and that's so real to me.
Samantha.
And
Right?
well,
She's so that.
wow, that is so
much
true.
better.
Wow.
Okay, so this side anecdote, it's like the two men are chasing this woman, and then her husband
They
comes
end
out
up
and
knocking
he's like,
down the door. Yeah. The husband who, oh my god, suddenly there appears a gentleman with sausage-shaped side whiskers, red as a
I
lobster.
didn't really know what that meant. I can't lie. I could not
those
visualize
are-
that.
it's sounding ugly to me,
I was struggling. Yeah.
though I
really
don't know
nasty.
the style of the day.
But yeah, basically this woman they chase ended up being married to this like high-ranking officer, and like Vronsky's trying to smooth it all over. But I think what is so funny about this anecdote is just how funny everybody thinks it is. Like he's going around telling it to different people, and I'm just like, it's so funny that this is so funny to everybody. And he's like, well, he's like, wait till you get a load of this, and it's just like, yeah. I mean, you see how well he functions in society and like
Yes.
how comfortable
That-
he is, and
He's able to do the like kind of the song and dance of being like, I shouldn't
Oh, I
say, but
shouldn't.
over and over again. It's like,
Yeah,
we all knew you
saying.
were going to say. Like,
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah. So then they go to oh wait, sorry, another thing I want to say about Betsy is that she's leaving the opera at some point and there's this line that's like giving Vronsky a free finger of the hand holding her fan and lowering the slightly ridden up bodice of her dress with a movement of her shoulders so as to be well and properly naked when she stepped out to the foot of the stage under the gaslights and under everyone's eyes. I was like, lol, Tolstoy is so judgmental. He doesn't
No,
like that one
he's
bit. Like, to be well and truly naked, aka she got her shoulders out.
AKA she wanted to show some cleavage. What's so bad about that?
And what's so wrong with that, Tolstoy?
As is her God-given right. Like, I love her.
100%.
She's
I
only
love
getting
Betsy.
more and more appealing to me.
100%.
Come on.
Also, isn't Betsy in an affair? She is, right?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
With one of
She
Vronsky's
is.
friends, right? Yeah.
Oh
Love
my
that for
God.
her.
It's like, it's so funny because everyone actually has a lover, so the way they're treating Anna is very interesting, but I think it's like we get a taste of this, like the judgment that they have for her is unique because of the way that her husband operates and the way he's had this like moral superiority and like this kind of like goody two shoes energy, and people in society are kind of like, oh, they think they're better than us. I'm so happy to see her embarrass herself, you know.
But I think also I find this really helpful because I feel like a lot of times when people talk about the past or talk about like past time periods, they'll be like, and it was very wrong. It was very like not done for a woman to have an affair. It was like social death to do X, Y, and Z. And like those things can seem impossible because you're like, well, but women did do those things. But it's really helpful to remember that there are different people who had different reactions at the time. And there's like a difference between what was like socially acceptable to like your average person, what was socially acceptable to like these different, and like how people got around different conventions. Yeah.
The actual policy versus like the you know, the most like radical kind of like partying people, you know, there's like such a spectrum.
Yeah, speaking of the government people, they do not care. The regional commander at the very end of this, before we get to Betsy's house, is like, a nasty story, but killingly funny. He loved the gossip.
Good.
He loved
They
the
love
gossip.
it. They love it.
They love it. Oh my God. Well,
so who's having afters? Who do you think is hosting afters?
Oh my God. So funny. So afters at Betsy's. Wait, we need
Period.
we need to make a meme that's an Instagram story. A close friend
We have
story
to.
that's
Yeah, who's doing afters?
Afters at mine. Afters at mine tonight. Everyone come through.
And it's Betsy. Well.
Afters at mine, and it's like a picture of like a counter with like 2 handles on it or something.
No!
A samovar?
No, a samovar. And trust, I would be there.
Quickly. Because you know she knows how to set it up. You know she knows who to
exactly.
have where. I mean, we'll get there, but she knows how to set up an afters.
Well, she's got the right people there. First of all, she leaves the theater without even waiting for the end of the last act. She's like, I got it. I'm not really here for the culture. I'm here for the people and the gossip, and now I'm gonna go get started on my afters.
I think there's a point even.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's a point even where Tolstoy says like she like compliments the singer, and it's like even though she wouldn't know the difference between that singer and a choir girl. I was like,
yeah,
say that.
He's so shady.
He's so shady.
Yeah, that's right.
So she's throwing this party. She's got all of the, you know, the big people are there. There's this princess that everyone kind of like dunks on a little bit and finds super annoying. And they're kind of gossiping, and this is when we get into their initial characterizations of the Karenins. Stop me if I'm skipping ahead too much, you guys. Am I?
No, that's right.
Also, sorry, go ahead, Bill.
I was gonna say they start talking about the opera and then immediately they're like, "This is boring."
Yeah!
And they
Yeah.
resort.
Yes.
They had
Yes.
to resort to that sure, never failing remedy: malicious gossip.
No,
Mm.
exactly. I love that line. I love
It's
that
so
line.
good. The conversation had begun nicely, but precisely because it was much too nice, it stopped again. True.
Mm.
Sometimes that happens.
Happens.
Oh
But
my
then they're
god! And then
able.
someone.
Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
the ambassador's wife is like, "Tell us something amusing but not wicked," and then the next person is like, "Only wicked things are funny."
I mean, just lay
I
it all
love these
out.
people.
And then at some point, they're able to move on to a very pleasant conversation. It was a very pleasant conversation. They were denouncing the Karenins, wife and husband.
Yeah, yes, I
Lovely.
love. You're so right. It was a very pleasant conversation. They were denouncing the Karenins, wife and husband. That's so...
hmm It's so funny. And I'm sure it was really enjoyable because,
It could be
Mhm.
more pleasant
as
than
we'll
denouncing
learn,
your enemy.
people are really jealous of Anna and they think her husband is so annoying and not that smart. So I think this was really, yeah, good for people to get this off their chest.
No, well, and the princess actually comes to Anna's defense. She goes, "Button your lip. But button your lip."
Yes.
Karenina is a
Mhm.
wonderful woman. Her husband I don't like,
Mhm.
but her I like. Which I'm like,
Mhm.
I love her coming
Speak on
to
it.
her defense, and then she just like gives the most devastating read of Anna's husband. She's
I
like,
love this read.
Yeah.
she's like, for a while I thought like I was stupid because everyone else thinks he's so smart. But then I realized, no, he's stupid. It's not me.
Mhm.
It is him. Like, he doesn't know what he's
Yes.
talking about. Oh, it's
And
amazing.
the best part is she's like, "When I say it in a whisper, isn't that clear?" Like, as soon as they say he's
Ooh.
stupid in a whisper, everything becomes clear.
Yes. And then someone goes, "You're being so wicked." And she goes, "Not in the least. I have no other way out. One of us is stupid."
Which, when you put it like that, it's like, yeah.
No.
It's only fair for you
It's
to
not
decide you're not the
wicked.
stupid one. Yeah, I know.
One of us has to be
No.
stupid, like, and
Yeah.
it's not going to be me.
No.
So
Like,
She
funny.
clocks another girl. She's like, "Just because no one's following you around doesn't mean you can judge." And then Betsy comes in and is like, "Who are you maligning there?" Like, seeing that they're having fun.
She's like,
So
"Let's
wait,
get
just
in
for
on
the record,
this."
I don't think we've mentioned yet that this is Princess Miyake who's saying
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah,
another
yeah.
princess. It's not
Yes.
Betsy. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Um,
Princess Miyake is coming to Anna's defense, and then Princess
mhm.
Betsy, making her rounds with the hostess, seeing that they're having fun, is like, "Who are you maligning there?"
She wants to be involved.
She wants to get in on it.
And then who enters but
But
Vronsky?
the woman of the hour herself.
Is it Anna who comes
No,
in first
no.
or Vronsky or both?
It was Anna. It's Anna. I think.
Right, yeah. Vronsky's already there.
Vronsky's
Yeah.
at the party, and then they all hear steps at the door, like right as they're talking about Anna. And then Betsy knows it's gonna be Anna, so she looks over at Vronsky. He's like looking at the door, waiting for his
wait.
lady to walk in.
Quick
And then when she
interjection. I think
does-
Vronsky comes at the end of the chapter, and then Anna comes.
Yes. Yeah. He comes at the end of like when they're talking about the Karenins. And then Vronsky comes. And
Oh yeah. You're right. Vronsky gets there first. Sorry, totally right.
No.
Vronsky
Yeah.
gets there first, and then right after that, suspiciously even after that, Anna walks up to the door. It's almost as if
They were
they
just-
timed it like that. I'm just saying. It's like when
crazy
you
how
go
that
to the
happens.
bathroom together and you're like, okay, now you go out first. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, and I'll just go
Yeah.
out like 5 minutes later or something, and like it won't.
Yeah.
It'll look normal. Like it'll look like,
Nobody's gonna
Oh my
notice. How would they know?
and that's
Oh my
exactly. I mean, we couldn't even clock the sequence of it. That's how smooth they were.
No. I once caught people in a situation like that at a Taco Bell. She came out 5 minutes later.
Oh.
Taco Bell Cantina.
Well,
Not the cantina.
well, that's a classy
goodness.
establishment. That's a nicer one. Yeah.
Amazing.
And sorry, it would have been weirder if they'd come out at the same time. So good
No.
for them.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Their
Agree,
discretion is
agree.
appreciated.
Yeah. Very respectful, very demure. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So Vronsky does like a really low bow to Anna, and she responds only with an inclination of the head,
Whoa.
then blushes and frowns. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, things are it's getting hard for her to hide how she feels.
Yeah, and
He's
here's where
not making it
the
easy.
conversation obliquely moves into juicy territory around them. They're
Yeah.
talking about marriages. It's just like a marriage of passion in society, and someone is like, well, maybe arranged marriages are better. Also another moment where I was just like, oh, Alice Munro was reading this when she was writing Passion and literally brought these girlies into
That really tracks. That really
Mrs.
tracks.
Travers.
Yeah.
And
Wait, I don't know. I
Travers.
don't remember Passion. What happens? I want to know like the
yeah, so
the
Passion is
one-to-one.
it opens with this old woman driving back to this place where she used to work during the summers and was engaged to this man Maury. Grace was engaged to Maury, who was like the leaven. Maury like loved her for being poor, like was really moral. He had this spooky older brother Neil who was an alcoholic, probably the Vronsky type, who like ends up killing himself in the end maybe. But in the middle of it, Grace falls in love with their mom, Mrs. Travers, who reads Anna Karenina, and is like, I used to sympathize when I was young with Kitty, and then I was Anna, and now it's more like Dolly. So, such is the course of life. But she's like, Passion ends up behind the wash tub, so, you know.
Say that.
Live now.
Wow.
Say that.
Live now. Live while you're young. That's beautiful.
And they say Vronsky says something almost, oh no, he says, I guess something that's kind of the opposite of he says, yes, but how often the happiness of an arranged marriage scatters like dust precisely because of the appearance of that very passion which was not acknowledged, which is almost like the inverse of like the passion scattering behind the dust, or sorry, dying behind the wash bin.
Well, he's of course the advocate for Passion, and I found this whole scene so bold, like for them to be having this like, you know, sly conversation clearly about what's going on between them in mixed company. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, please, like, you're gonna get caught. He's like, yeah, you might, you know, regret it if you're in an arranged marriage because one day Passion could come along. He like winks at her like, please, settle down.
Say that.
But then the next person is like, you actually have to have passion for it. It's like scarlet fever. One has to go through it. It's like, oh, okay. You can't be married until, yeah.
No, literally. It's wait, what's that one thing that you get from like when you like from like making out? What's that one?
Mono?
It's like mono. You have to have it.
You have to go through it. That's so funny.
No, but then, so Princess Betsy says, no, joking aside, I think that in order to know love, one must make a mistake and then correct it. And then somebody says, even after marriage. You gotta correct it. Okay.
And then we go into Anna and Vronsky's conversation. She's like, hey, I heard that Kitty's sick. And Vronsky's like, really? And Anna looked at him sternly. That doesn't interest you? She's testing him.
Oh my God.
And then she says you acted. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
She's like, you acted badly. Very, very badly.
Very badly.
And he's like, don't I know that I acted badly? But who is the cause of my acting so?
No, he said, you had me acting up. Like,
no.
It was like, sorry, you were the one who had me acting up.
And that's on you, Hannah.
Oh my God. And then, so then, of course, she says, why do you say this to me? And he says, you know why. And he's like so bold. He's crazy. And then that, of course, doesn't even embarrass him, but it embarrasses her. And she then
Can
says,
I say?
Oh, please, yeah.
Sorry. I was just going to say, at this stage, what were you guys thinking of Vronsky? Because I was like, it's giving fuckboy in such a big way. Like at this stage, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, ooh. Because I have no idea what happens in this book. I was like, who knows? I was like, it can't be all good, but like, where does the bad come from? And I was like, it's gonna be Vronsky. Like Vronsky is so he's not serious.
You
right? Isn't it giving
like,
that?
This is fuckboy energy. This is like
this is just fun for him.
This is
right?
not
This
his
is,
first
I mean,
rodeo.
yeah, Tolstoy invented love bombing. You know, it's
No.
just like, oh, it's like really, really
No,
soon.
exactly.
Like, you moved cities for me? You came and
Yeah.
found me on a train? Okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You behaved badly.
Very, very badly. Oh my God. Well, then he says, what you were just talking about was a mistake, meaning Kitty, and not love. She goes, remember, I forbade you to utter that word, that vile word.
And then this line.
Yeah.
I love this line is so good.
Anna
It says,
said with a shudder. Yeah, say.
but she felt at once that by this one word, forbade, she showed that she acknowledged having certain rights over him and was thereby encouraging him to speak of love.
Wow. Exactly.
No,
Because she knows she
precisely.
can say forbid.
Yeah.
And once
Because
again,
that's her man.
For me, exactly, because that's her man. And once again, for me, like, this strange, like, maternal situation, like, keeps coming up where I do feel like there's some link between him and Seryoja that comes up again later in this section. And the word forbid somehow implies that. It's like almost like parental rights over someone to be like, I'm
Mommy's telling
forbidden
you
from
what not to
saying
do.
that. Mommy said no. Yeah, exactly.
That's so true. Because, yeah, there's another way of articulating this that's like, I don't know, like saying that, like, revealed a certain intimacy or revealed a certain connection or whatever, but having certain rights over him. That is a really specific way of saying it.
Exactly.
And you know Pavir and Volokonsky chose that on purpose.
Exactly. They made a choice. Well,
so she keeps testing him. She's like, go ask for Kitty's forgiveness. He's like, stop testing me. Don't you know that you are my whole life?
oh my God.
All of myself, my love, yes. I cannot think of you and myself separately. You and
like,
I are
I
one
know
for
he's
me.
a
The
fuckboy,
love
but
bombing.
like he's good. He's good. Like I was falling for it. This would work on me.
And then she says, just do this for me, then we can be friends. He says, we won't be friends. You know that yourself. And whether we will be the happiest or unhappiest of people is in your power. She wanted to say something, but he interrupted her. I beg for only one thing. I beg for the right to hope, to be tormented as I am now. But if that too is impossible, order me to disappear, and I will disappear.
Oh.
But you know she doesn't want him to disappear. No. Also, I love this because it's giving the famous Margot Robbie line from Wolf of Wall Street when she meets Jordan Belfort and he's like, what, I can't have friends because he's married at the time. And she's like, we're not going to be friends. And then they have this like crazy affair. Amazing meme. And they got it directly from here. He says, we won't be friends. You know that.
You know that.
Oh,
come on.
Guys, who shows up next at the function?
Well, the worst person who could possibly come in next. Spoiling all the fun. Like,
who let this guy in?
No, literally.
Who let this guy in?
Sorry, the wet
also
rag.
So nuts that they were having this confetti party. It's just like, what?
It's out of control. So they're like off to the side having this conversation.
You just imagine them like you know, like touching arms and like, you know, like whatever, just like flirting so disturbingly in public.
Whatever they're doing is so, yeah, it's crazy.
And then here comes Alexei Alexandrovich with his calm, clumsy gait.
Just like,
bye. He cannot stop.
We're sick of you.
He cannot stop shading him. It's actually so... It's so... I feel bad for him. He's catching strays left and right. His calm, clumsy
Nobody
gait.
likes him. Nobody likes him.
No.
His high-pitched voice, all of it. It's tough. Yeah.
No. Princess Betsy's doing some like people management. She's like, he only can talk about boring stuff, so she leads him into a conversation about universal military conscription.
Yeah, she's like, don't talk to me about music. You like don't understand music. Let's not play. Like, let's not.
No, exactly. Let me skip right to your subject matter expertise. And then he actually, it works on him because he gets distracted from like the situation with his wife and another man.
I'm literally right across the room. Because he's so
passionate.
Yeah. So yeah, then basically Alexei tries to ask his wife to leave with him. Like, people are like, this is really indecent. Like, Anna and Vronsky are over in the corner talking. Her husband's here. She's not even talking to her husband. It's weird. He's kind of, it's clocking to him that it's clocking to others. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
And he's
Yes,
like,
yes.
he's like, does this bother me? I don't think so. But the fact that everybody else is noticing is a little bit weird.
It's like a little
Um,
much.
It's a lot. And so he's like, hey, do you want to head out? And she's like, no, I'm
No,
going to stick around.
no, I'm good. I'm actually great.
So so he leaves alone. But he resolves to speak to his wife because it's weird. Yeah. So
That's right.
he goes home. He's pacing around the house. He's waiting for his wife, and he's like,
He's
okay.
cracking his knuckles.
Cracking his knuckles.
Which she hates.
She hates. She thinks it's so nasty.
And we get this extended kind of like monologue from him where he's like pacing and trying to decide like how to feel about this situation. And I feel like it is really interesting to start to understand his impression of jealousy. Tolstoy writes he was not a jealous man. Jealousy, in his opinion, was insulting to a wife, and a man ought to have trust in his wife. So he's like basically doing this like logical like recursion loop to try to explore what emotion he's supposed to be feeling about his wife cheating on him. And like I think that like just makes even more clear how we're supposed to feel about like what type of love he's capable of, I guess. It's like not even about like how he feels about the situation. It's like the way he's processing the situation says everything.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It starts off almost sympathetic where he's like, oh, real life is like this bottomless thing below me, and I've built an artificial life that is just this bridge. And he's like, oh, okay, like maybe he has some depth, but then it's like he began thinking about her, about what she thought and felt for the first time. He vividly pictured to himself her personal life, her thoughts, her wishes, and it's like, well, no. And then what he concludes is like, this is what I have to do. I have to tell her 4 things. First, about public opinion. Second, religion. Third, like our unhappiness for the son. And fourth, our own
and
unhappiness.
if I have to cross it, and if I have to cross it,
maybe I'll mention I might
bring up our son.
Oh my gosh.
So, the idea that it's so foreign and ultimately harmful and dangerous to him to put himself in another person's shoes. Like he's like
to empathize is bad. Yeah.
No. Compassion, that is
not
cannot
for me.
Be good. No.
God
yeah. The thing that is really interesting to me, or like one of the things that I thought was most interesting about this, is when he says, but now through his conviction that jealousy was a shameful feeling and that one ought to have trust was not destroyed, he felt that he stood face to face with something illogical and senseless, and he did not know what to do. Alexandrovich stood face to face with life, confronting the possibility of his wife loving someone else besides him. And it was this that seemed so senseless and incomprehensible to him because it was life itself. And this to me is like similar, again, to like the contrast with that other group. They agree that this is life itself. They agree that this is the stuff of life, that, you know, affairs and mess, like this is the stuff of life, like doing things that you don't expect yourself to do, all of that. And this is like something that he's really tried to avoid. And he understands that like now he can't avoid this. I thought that was interesting.
God,
that's interesting. Yeah.
So true.
It's like a
that
loop.
Is the defining. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry. I bet we're saying the same thing.
It might. I was gonna say it loops back to when they were describing the 3 social circles, and Tolstoy was like, actually, between the second and the third, they have the same taste.
Yeah.
Even though the third despises the second, it's like, oh, you actually see all the same things. You're just making different decisions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Anywho,
she gets home finally.
Sure does.
And she's like acting so cheery. She's like she's completely gaslighting him basically. She's like, you're not in bed? It's late. Go to bed, please. Take a load off. Why are you up worrying? Meanwhile, he's like, we have to talk. He's like, this is serious. She's like, what's the matter? Don't like it's actually so funny that she
she's like a top tier gaslighter in this section. She's like, he's literally like, so that thing that you were doing with like talking to another man all night, like, it was a little weird, like people are noticing it. And she's like, oh God, that's so you. If I talk a lot, you're mad. If I don't talk,
Yes, yes.
and he's like, well, I see you deliberately misunderstanding what I'm saying. And she's just like, this is so crazy, like you are doing so much. Like,
then she changes the subject and she's like, stop cracking your knuckles, I hate when you do that. Like,
it's incredible work. She's very deft here.
it's kind of impressive.
Yeah. And then she at some point is like, all right, like, let's go to bed. I'm just like so tired. And he's like, please don't talk like that. He's like, maybe I'm mistaken, but what I'm saying is like as much for myself as it is for you. I am your husband and I love you. And then all of a sudden, for a moment, her face fell and the mocking spark in her eye went out. But the word love again made her indignant. She thought, love, but what can he love? If he hadn't heard there was such a thing as love, he would never have used the word. He doesn't know what love is. Yeah. I mean, he basically says as much himself earlier on when he's like talking about like how he can't feel empathy, how he doesn't feel jealousy, how he's kind of like understanding how other people see things helps him understand how he's supposed to see things. And even saying, I am your husband and I love you.
No, exactly.
I am your husband and as such I love you. It's so funny.
It's literally an if-then statement to him. Like everything is like deductive reasoning. Like,
and she knows this about him. She's like not having it. But yeah, then ultimately they go to bed and he's like, damn, we're kind of over. No. She's not going to admit to this. She's lying to me. I don't know what to do.
And then she gets into bed scared that he'll wake up. She's like, ooh, hopefully not. And then he doesn't. And then he doesn't and says she was thinking about another man. She could see him and felt how at this thought her heart filled with excitement and criminal joy. Suddenly she heard a steady, peaceful nasal whistling.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God, amazing. It's like he's sitting there snoring while she's feeling the criminal joy in her heart from thinking of another man. Wow.
We love that.
We love
that. Guys, the next we get, I'm actually like, are we moving too slowly? Because we're only just now getting to the first scream.
Oh my God.
We're getting to the first scream. Yes. But the first scream, guys, wow.
On.
Yeah.
We get the only time jump, I think, in the book. Well, the only direct. Do you know what I mean? Like from.
I know what you
mean. The only like dots, basically.
The only real ellipses, where it's like I am drawing your attention to the fact that I've omitted something here.
I've left something out. I'm doing a jump cut because I can't show what's happening on the page.
And it's a big jump cut because we go back in time after this.
Oh, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. I can't lie.
Crazy.
So, but
What happens?
Anyway.
Bill?
I don't
First
know.
scream.
I don't know what happened. God.
Anyway, so they had sex.
So what we're saying is,
but we don't get to see it.
No,
we don't get to see it. We just see the aftermath.
Which for almost a year had constituted the one exclusive desire of Vronsky's life, replacing all former desires. That which for Anna had been an impossible, horrible, but all the more enchanting dream of happiness. This desire had been satisfied. I screamed. Oh my God.
Basically, they feel so horrible about it. Especially Anna. She feels like, I don't know, like a horrible person. And she felt herself so criminal and guilty that the only thing left for her was to humble herself and beg forgiveness. But as she had no one else in her life now except him, it was also to him that she addressed her plea for forgiveness. I don't know. Tolstoy really shows himself in this section, don't you think?
Yeah.
He feels like so... I don't know, it's giving misogyny. And then she's looking at him. It's really prudish. She physically felt her humiliation and could say nothing more. And he felt what a murderer must feel when he looks at the body he is deprived of life. This body deprived of life was their love, their first period of their love. It is so weird to me.
It's so violent to describe like them having sex as if he had murdered her. Like as a murderer with a corpse. It's definitely
it's weird.
Yeah.
He's trying to have it both ways for her, I think. I don't know. Like it's like having her display the guilt But then at the very end being like, but then when she went to sleep and she had no power over her thoughts, like she dreamed of being married to them both and felt just fine. So it's
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
well, that's her true self. It's just like me. It's just like, I guess when she's conscious and awake, she has to be like, that was horrible. But then goes to bed and it's just like, no, actually, I love this.
No, my true heart of
Yeah.
hearts knows that I am poly, and I want
Yes,
to.
yes,
I know.
yes.
I
want
was
to start
like,
a polycule.
Literally
with my
Pollyanna. Yeah. No.
I was Pollyanna.
Pollyanna Karenina. No.
Pollyanna Karenina is so good.
Wait, there's something.
It doesn't
there.
even just, she's not even dreaming that she's with both of them. She's dreaming that she's having a threesome. Like
No.
she's
Yes.
with both of them.
Yes.
And she
literally.
goes, "It's so
Biblically.
good now."
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
They
my
lavish
God.
their caresses on her. So funny.
Mm.
I want to know if, like, do you guys feel like this guilt is consistent with the Anna Karenina that we've known so far in the book?
It
I mean-
feels more extreme. I mean, she is. I mean, the scenes that we just passed are where she's like testing Vronsky and being like, "Go apologize to Kitty. Like, stop chasing me." It's really a lot more extreme, but I guess there's some through line. She's like not saying what she means, which is like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That part of it totally, I believe that, like, yeah, she would kind of like perform more guilt than she actually feels or something, or try like make an effort to do what's like societally right. I think it's the first time we see her have like emotions this like extreme and kind of out of step with like what's going on in like a straight up level, and it does feel like he's kind of like performing his own moral anxieties through her. Does that make sense? Kind of.
Yeah.
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 Another layer on this, though, is that like the POV is a little weird here because it's usually able to tell us if someone is feeling something other than what they're saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to say is true here, but I guess the POV is not doing that.
Yeah.
Agree.
So
Agree.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. What I think is consistent with her character is performing shame and guilt when actually she's delighted. But in this section, we have to take it at face value because we're not given any indication that she doesn't mean this. And that is weird to me for her. It feels like Tolstoy is punishing her. And it's just like not really, doesn't feel totally consistent with the Anna that we know. I think she will at some point feel some shame. I don't think it's going to be like one, like just after they've like had sex for
They've
the first
done the
time.
deed. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
And I don't think it would be this severe. Like it feels, it doesn't quite match. Doesn't quite match our girl. You know?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't match her freak for sure.
No.
Wow. Well, that was too hot and heavy. We end on a threesome, so we immediately have
Yeah.
to jump away to
The
moral.
monastic life
No,
of
exactly. We have to be punished by going to
Constantine
the
Levin.
farm. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can do this section relatively fast.
I
I would
agree.
love that.
This is, I must say it to the listener, like my least favorite part of this part, the farmer
Yeah.
filler arc. Levin has
that.
passed.
No, literally.
Calling it
Exactly.
filler is crazy. That's
That's the-
crazy.
What's the old Facebook game? Do you remember what was that called?
Oh, Farmville.
Was it
Yeah.
Farmville?
It is Farmville. Yeah, we go to Levin playing Farmville for 3 months.
You guys are sick and twisted. I like
Hurts.
not to be
Farmville.
like, okay, I'm not gonna read the
I'm
sections.
not like
'cause we
other
just don't have
girls.
the
I actually
time.
like the Levin
Yeah.
section.
Okay, I mean, listen, I think there are later 11 sections that I'm like, well, that's enough. But here, I'm like enjoying the 11 sections to a degree.
Yes.
I do like the way that Tolstoy describes the spring. Like, I think he kind of freaks it. Like, I think it's very good.
Yes.
And
It's
yeah,
gorgeous.
beyond that, we just get a lot of he's back on the farm. He's thinking about how like the workers on the farm are like almost the same as the landscape. That's like a big part of his thinking now. He wants to write a book about it.
Yeah. He's super frustrated that they're so lazy, though. His workers.
Yeah, he's like, they're
No,
lazy
he's
as
like,
hell.
he is such a Virgo. Like, he comes back and he's like, what the fuck? This is not how I want my farm to be running. And he's like, not
no
like
one
that,
wants to
not
work
like
No.
that, not like that. Yeah, he's
No, he's
furious.
like, I need the hay to be put here, but then the racks are broken and my carpenter's nowhere to be found. It's like,
So he said, you
God,
know what?
he is
Let
just
me
like
man
me
up.
for
And
real.
he put on his big boots.
The house down, in fact. He put
He
those
put on
boots
his
on.
big boots the house down, and for the first
Yeah.
time, a cloth jacket instead of his fur coat. He said, I'm going to
Say
get
that.
sweaty today.
Mhm.
So he does get out there and, he does the work.
wait, there's this really funny quote brief. He's talking with one of his workers, and the worker says 5 are making compote. He meant compost. In parentheses. It's like, wait,
And
the
you
translators
know.
were
Yeah.
they knew they were onto something with that one. Like,
No, they knew.
what
That
is
is
that in
so
the Russian?
funny.
Like,
So
I don't know. I know. I always wonder that when like they translate something that's like it's like a quirk of a word. I'm like, ooh, how'd you translate that? That's always really
Oh.
interesting to me.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he's like thinking about Kitty. He's like, whatever. I hate her. Like, I hope she gets married soon because like that'll close this whole thing off for me. Oblonsky comes to visit him. Oblonsky, as soon as like walking in, says something incredibly disgusting, which is like, he's like, oh, I love your house, lady. A pretty maid in a little apron would be preferable. He's so nasty. Like, first thing when he enters
He's
the
like,
house.
"God, love your cute old maid. What if you had a
Yeah.
hottie? Sorry.
No, he
Yeah.
literally is like, she's so rustic with your monasticism and strict style. It makes sense, but
Oh.
would have been cute if she had a tiny apron on. What?
Oh my god.
Monster.
My god. Oh, and this is also where
So-
he's like, why just have the bread when you can have sweet rolls too?
No.
Confirming
Yes.
that he's still having a affair.
He's still cheating on. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
sweet rolls out the wazoo for this guy. Like,
Yeah.
and of course his money troubles continue. He's
Yeah.
so unserious. Like, he's there
He's-
trying to sell some wood from his wife's estate who he keeps cheating on. Like,
yeah. And Levin is like, this is such a disgracefully bad deal that I'm so mad. I'm just going to go sit in my office because I'm so pissed
he's
off
like-
that you're
Yeah.
accepting this offer. You're getting
fucking
swindled.
furious.
And you're
Oh
like
my God.
literally lowering the aristocracy by accepting this price.
No.
And Oblonsky's like, what's the big deal? He's like, can you please relax?
Please
We're here to
chill
have a good
out.
time.
Oh my god.
Well,
and this is also where Levin's weird politics come in, and he's like, oh, I hate when the
Yes.
nobility gets cheated.
Yeah.
For being
yeah.
innocent. It's like,
No,
well,
it's
I
really
don't know.
interesting. He's kind of like mad that they don't have the same, I mean, that they're Nepo babies, basically. Like, they don't have the
Yeah.
same skill to like hold on to the things that they have that like their parents or ancestors gave them, which is interesting, I guess.
He hates it.
He has such weird politics.
Because he's at one point, like on the one hand, which actually is true and happens today too in a lot of ways. He's like,
Yes,
I want to live like the
he's-
peasants. Like, I'd be way
Yes.
happier if I were just like a serf, and like I just like want to be
Mhm.
one of the people. The
Yes.
second that anything materially is going to change for his class, he says,
He's like,
no.
no.
That's
He is
not how that's supposed to go. I'm a noble. I should be
No.
getting a better deal on that. Like,
100%. And he is like that like grab bag politics libertarian guy who's like,
Yes.
I think this, but like also this, and you're like he's Luigi coded in a big
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, that is
like,
so down to the fucking
Where he's like-
dumbbells and the hard labor. Like,
down to the not
No,
hard
the
labor.
dumbbells.
Where you hear him talking and you're like, no, exactly, and then he like takes one random right, and you're like, not like
no,
that,
no,
not
no,
like
no,
that.
Jump
You're
out
like,
the car. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
that's not, they don't even make sense together.
And that's
like,
no, he would be in Luigi's book club in a big way.
Oh, in a
Um,
heartbeat. And
in
the
a massive
inceldom
way.
of it all also is in there.
Mhm.
Then they go hunting.
He even says like he's about to say his like thing about like the aristocracy or whatever, and he goes, "You'll say again that I'm a reactionary" or some other dreadful word like that,
Oh,
which is
God,
just
yeah.
so.
so
And he's just like,
funny.
no, I'm just Levin.
I know exactly.
Which is exactly what that guy says too. It's
No, 100%. He's like, I'm actually an independent thinker.
No,
and I'm,
exactly. He's like,
coming
I
up
don't
with all
really
these
like the
ideas on my own."
labels. I'm kind of not down with the labels. I'm just me. Okay, I'm
Not
just
it.
a guy.
Levin.
Who is Ace? Ace is a person.
No,
Oh my god. Oh,
Yes.
God.
Well, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that.
I hear you. Okay.
Oh.
Whew.
Yeah, and they hunt some birds. I think that's the other thing.
They go
Yeah.
hunting.
Yeah.
And
He loves to hunt.
I think like it's maybe worth mentioning just because it's something that like is so Tolstoy and so beautiful, and I feel like he's known for his capacity to do this. They're hunting with Levin's dog Laska. She's like running around with them. And at one point, without justifying this, without like ever, you know, explaining that we can hear this dog's thoughts, all of a sudden we're in Laska's head. And she's like,
Mhm.
oh, nice time for them to be chit-chatting. Like, I see a bird over there. You know what? I'm just going to go run after it myself. And the fact that, like, he just goes into the dog's head, I found it so charming and beautiful.
Yeah. There's, like, at the
Yeah.
end, I want to say it's, like, section 8. There's a section that's, like, in Laska's head for, like, paragraphs. That is actually kind of stunning. It's, like,
It's
very,
really
very good.
amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, he freaked that. I guess I won't say anything about my favorite line about the bird that's flying straight towards him. The close
say
chirring
it.
sounds,
Oh,
like
say
the
it.
measured ripping. No, I was saying it, guys. I was saying it. No, don't worry. I wasn't going to censor myself. I was saying it.
Please, come on.
It's when he's like out, he's like describing the landscape. Sorry, guys, it is really nice. He does a good job of it. And then he sees a bird. He says it flew straight towards him. The close chirring sounds like the measured ripping of taut fabric. Just like crazy to like come up with something like that out of thin air.
'Cause it's
Like
like-
you just,
Yeah.
it's the measured ripping. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
And it's the
Taut
taut
fabric.
fabric. Yeah, he ate that up.
That's
No,
what happens
he
when you
didn't.
don't have cell phones. Yeah. You can...
Seriously.
But
that's what
I have a
happens when
bird
you
line.
don't say the bird flew at him. You know, it's
No.
like that's amazing.
And then there was a bird fly. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Like wow. Gorgeous.
Exactly.
Wait, another
Gorgeous.
couple good bird lines. From across the
Mm.
stream came the call of a cuckoo. It cuckooed twice in its usual call, then wheezed, hurried, and became confused.
Say that.
That's a little bit of Laska inhabiting. Got
Yes.
confused? Come on.
It's
Yeah.
like the bird
Yeah.
is now confused. Wow, everyone
Yeah.
gets like interiority. It's so beautiful
Mhm.
to like devote that type of interiority to every creature in this book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Animal rights. Okay.
Yeah.
Animal rights.
As a vegan, I love to see it.
And finally, Levin deigns to ask about Kitty. Asks Oblonsky about Kitty, and he's like, "Oh well, she's sick and still not married." And
Mm-hmm.
Levin is loving it. He's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
she's suffering
He's like,
too."
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's like suffer bitch. But he's also like,
But also he's like,
yeah,
Yeah. There's some of that too.
just a little bit. Okay.
Oh my god. But he's also kind of like, never mind. Like I didn't like why'd I bring it up?
I
in the
didn't need
first
that.
place? Yeah, he's like
No.
he's like you don't even tell me anymore. I didn't want to ask. I didn't even mean to say that.
I realized that like a lot of the Levin memes that I did for our last post happened in part 2 more than in part 1. So
I'm dying.
guys, just go back and look at that post too.
yeah. Don't worry. We'll
Because
review
we have a
these.
meme that addresses that.
Oh my god.
Okay, then where do we go next, guys?
We return to
So
Vronsky.
Say that.
We
We
return to
do.
Vronsky, who is now, because he's like so obsessed with Anna, other people are noticing. His mom, who at first liked Anna, is now like, no. And then
Yeah,
his
'cause-
older...
Because he turns down this like post that's like a promotion in order to stay in Petersburg, and she's like, "Okay, we're going too far now." Like
he
enough of
also
this.
importantly has not told anyone.
Mhm.
Tolstoy reminds us he had not even let it slip during the wildest drinking parties. So
yeah, he's
impressive
like he's
control.
keeping it tight.
But of course,
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
knows. Everyone
Everyone
knows.
Yeah,
It's very
and
yeah.
in terms of setting, I really cannot wrap my head around how any of this works. Like basically we're going
Yeah.
to their like he's at the barracks? Where are we? He's like with his regiment.
Yeah.
I
They
imagine
hang
it
out
was like
there?
a country club kind of thing for the like a cafeteria, but I don't know if that was.
But then all the guys sleep there and they're all in the army.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
And
Seems
there's
like
gonna
that.
be a horse race nearby.
yeah, it was giving like dorm for rich
It was giving
army.
camp dorm for
Yeah,
yeah, no, exactly.
literally.
It
Yeah.
really was
No.
giving that. Like they all
That's
go to the
so funny.
canteen and then
No.
here comes the one guy who's good at cards and I'm like
No.
people are like, "Oh, you're not drinking. You're trying to get down to weight." I'm like, "Where are we? Like what is this?"
Yeah,
It's what like one person is like so hungover like that he's like
No,
they're
fully.
waking each
Why
other
is it
up.
giving dining hall? Like it's like
Yeah,
they
they're like
swiped
your brother
in.
came
Like,
by with
yeah,
mail. I'm like,
yeah.
"What are we talking about
No.
here?"
Oh
Yeah,
my
he lives in
god.
dorms, I guess. So, um,
Okay.
and he takes up a horse race because he needs
Mhm.
something to balance out like his obsession with Anna. And the line here is pretty good. It's these two passions did not interfere with each other. On the contrary, he needed an occupation and enthusiasm not dependent on his love, in which he could refresh
Mm.
himself and rest from impressions that excited him too much.
I love it
Correct.
because you sometimes you
Correct.
need
Yeah.
a hobby. Like you just need a hobby that you can then
Yes.
bring back
At some
to your
point,
lover.
you have to get
you
a
can-
hobby.
Yeah, no. Alice
'Cause
Munro
that
would
will
call it
only-
an insanity. Yeah.
An insanity. I also love how sexual the other hobby is too. It's like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
of course he's
Mhm.
riding horses. Of course there's like
Yeah.
something. Of course he's still riding, even in
You know.
his thing that's not
And
that
it-
fair.
And it gets you really feel that at the end, like when he's actually riding the horse. Like when we get into the race, you're like, oh, it's like giving that in
There's
a big
a
way. It's like,
sensual
oh, we
thing.
couldn't get a sex scene.
Here
I
we
guess
go.
we'll have
We-
this horse race.
Sorry, we couldn't have a sex scene, but we could have every fiber of the muscle of Frou-Frou's back. Like, please.
Like
Oh
I
my
know, no, like you're
gosh.
telling me
Oh
about
my
Frou-Frou's
gosh.
back
Like I know
and the
a
communication
little
and their
too
rhythm. You're talking about
Yeah.
rhythm to me. Okay. Okay.
We also learn in
All
that
right.
scene the price of having sex.
Wow.
Say that.
Wow.
Say that. No, the metaphor is very metaphoric.
Yeah.
You know,
It's pretty
like
complete.
really,
It's pretty complete.
it's a very complete metaphor.
That is
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so he goes down to check on his horse. We're like coming up to the point of this horse race, the steeplechase. It's getting really, really close, and then he leaves,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of like, that stressed me out.
It stressed me out badly. I was like, you have a race. You are going to get on a carriage and go out to see your lover and come back to the race. Mind you, like the
That's
whole
right.
section starts with it being like, it was the day of the race. He woke up. He had to make weight.
Yes.
Like he was like,
He-
and I'm like,
exactly. He's like getting
Yes.
weighed
And then-
in. His horse wasn't feeling
He-
well at one
yeah.
point. He's got to go.
yeah, and he's like checking on the horse. Exactly. And then he gets a missive from Anna and he says, bye.
No.
I'm heading
and
out.
He has to go to Bryansky's, but Bryansky's is 7 miles from Anna's place. It's like, how are you going to get to the
he
place
also has
on
to stop
time?
somewhere else. Yeah, it's not just Anna's. I'm like, I don't
Logistics
trust
are
you to.
so stressful to me.
No.
It's scary. And by the way, like everybody knows where he's going. Like he's not telling anybody. Where everyone's like, oh well, he's off to.
No,
He's off to
no,
see Anna.
exactly. It's very obvious. They all know.
This is also kind of where we find out that like all of the men are very impressed with Vronsky, but that like all of these women have been waiting with bated breath to be like, see, Anna's not as virtuous as you thought. Like
exactly.
so they're kind of having two sort of like separate
experiences.
receptions
Exactly.
around
Like
this.
Yeah.
basically all the guys are like dapping him up
Mhm.
and like loving it.
Mhm.
And the
especially
women-
because Alexei
Hated.
Alexandrovich is so hated and so like highly ranking. So
Mhm.
it's extra special that Vronsky stole his wife.
well,
Okay.
So then he turns up at Anna's house in the downpour. Well, the downpour stops and he turns up. And who does he meet but, to Leah's point, her son?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Can somebody read that section, please? That's so good about like
Yes, regarding the child.
yes, starting
this
from it,
boy.
like yeah. Well, yes. Go ahead.
This boy was a more frequent hindrance to their relations than anyone else. When he was there, not only would neither Vronsky nor Anna allow themselves to speak of something they could not repeat in front of everyone, but they would not allow themselves to say, even in hints, anything that the boy would not understand. And then, even more, in his presence, they spoke to each other as acquaintances. But in spite of this precaution, Vronsky often saw the attentive and perplexed look of the child directed at him, and the strange timidity, the unevenness, now affectionate, now cold and shy, in the boy's attitude towards him. As if the child felt that between this man and his mother, there was some important relation the meaning of which he could not understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
I mean,
the way children know.
They
yeah,
know.
they always know.
What does it mean? Who is he? How should I love him? If I don't understand, I'm to blame, or else I'm stupid or a bad boy, the child thought. And this led to his probing, questioning, partly inimical expression, and to his timidity and unevenness, which so embarrassed Vronsky. The child's presence always and inevitably provoked in Vronsky that strange feeling of groundless loathing he had been experiencing lately. Wow, Tolstoy, you freaked that.
No, you freaked that. And groundless loathing. That's the other thing that like I love about this section of part 2 is that it's almost like Vronsky is unfamiliar with the concept of guilt. Like he like does not, and that's how we meet him. Like he falls asleep peacefully immediately every night. He's not he's too blessed to be stressed vibes. Like
He really is.
Right.
so the idea that it's groundless, like that this could be coming from nowhere, it's not even placed on him, but it's like a general sense of loathing and dread that's inspired by seeing Anna's son. I think like is such an interesting characterization and something that is going to build as he gets deeper into this affair. Like,
yeah, it's actually so funny for him to call it groundless in that sentence because it's the child's presence that's provoking this.
Yeah.
It's like
there's
You
the
know
ground.
that you that's the ground.
like you're on it, and you did it.
So,
Like, yeah,
No,
exactly.
he's
There's
like,
ground.
where?
Yeah. The ground's in question, you know? Like,
yeah.
No.
you're on them. Oh my God. But
so no,
then
you
he
go.
sneaks up on
Please.
her. He sees her. He's
Pulls
like,
up on her.
goodbye. Yeah, he's like, Seryoja, none of you. Seryoja's not at home, and she's outside kind of waiting for him. So Vronsky goes and he kind of surprises her, and she's like looking like flushed in the face and like looking away, and we're kind of getting the sense that she's not well.
Yeah.
Shall I tell him or not? She thought.
Uh-oh. Who knew
What's
by
going
then? Did you guys have
on?
a guess? Were you like, as
Yeah,
soon as
I
she
just
said-
think
right?
I was like, I
Yeah,
know.
but
Yeah.
still screamed, which is like.
Was this one of your screams? If this is one of your
Yes,
screams,
this
then
is
that
number
means that there are...
2.
Oh, this is
What?
scream number 2. Oh.
This
I
is
thought
scream
this
number
scream
2 for me.
Wait, oh my
Is
God,
there-
are there 4? There might
Is
be.
there a fourth scream?
Yeah, I guess I thought your third scream was a different scream. Or your second scream was... I thought your second scream was a different scream.
Oh my God, this is my second scream.
No, this is my second scream too, the pregnancy. I was like,
I was not surprised by the pregnancy, I don't think. Oh, I didn't
Wow.
scream. I'll say that.
Okay, so how do we find out though? She says, yeah, should I tell him or should I not tell him? And she's like going back and forth with him and, you know, blah, blah, blah. She's like thinking to herself, like, why should I keep testing him? Why should I keep testing him? He says, for God's sake, he repeated, taking her hand. Shall I tell you? She says. Yes, I'm pregnant, she said softly and slowly. The leaf in her hand trembled still more violently, but she did not take her eyes off him. Wanted to see how he would take it. I did scream when she says it outright like that too. Like,
Well, yes. Yeah. Well, gosh, it's so interesting too that like, I don't know, we're getting a view into the way that this woman thinks. It's not like this man got me pregnant and so I have to tell him. It's like, will I tell him? How will I tell him? When if I am to tell him, what will that tell me about him? She's like, this is something that I can use. It's not just like a piece of information that she feels she has a responsibility to share. She's like, how do I use this for myself?
Even as she's thinking about telling him, you can see that it is a lot about the power she has over him.
Yes.
The line is, his face showed that obedience, that slavish devotion, which touched her so. And it's like, not sub Vronsky.
no,
It's
literally, the obedience.
She's like, I must dom. Like,
Once again,
Yes,
she's saying,
yes.
she's mommy dommy. Like, she's really like
sorry, when I say
mom dommy, like
Whoa.
and that's crazy.
There we go. The banner.
Okay, Leah, if I say to you, you really like being dominant, who does that make you think of?
we have to use that.
And so the parallels continue to parallel.
Oh my god, unbelievable.
Bill, it's a Love Island reference.
And we'll send you the
no.
clip. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I just wrapped up the Queer Ultimatum too, which was already wild.
I've heard a lot about that, and that's next for us.
Well, luckily I'm fasting. Oh.
Yeah.
That's next for me.
Oh my god. But yeah, there is like something like she wants to hold this over him. She wants to like draw out how long it takes for him to be like in her, it like giving her attention basically. She's like, how long can I like breadcrumb him with this information? And also she wants to know how he's going to take it to understand like how he feels about her basically.
Exactly. And it's this way of like trying to find out how someone feels about you in these sort of like indirect ways. That is what we would call a toxic trait, right? That it's not enough that he comes to you and tells you that he loves you and that he's like gonna
and that
drop
he'll
everything
die for
to come
you,
see
and
you.
that the entire point of his life is to love you. Like no,
it's not enough.
She's
going to keep moving the goalposts. She's going to be changing the metric, and she's going to find fresh new ways to be insecure. And so this is the first indication that we get that Anna is maybe not, like the easygoing, whatever.
Right.
Like, I guess not that she even seemed particularly easygoing before, I guess. But this is kind of like the first indication we get of like how she's going to like present in this relationship. Like what kind of dynamic she's going to be enforcing, especially because if you think about her and Alexandrovich, she is to me like the correct party in that relationship kind of, and she's like the wronged party in that relationship, and so we get kind of like a different side of her in a relationship here.
Yes, in this affair, like when she has some skin in the game, when she cares, like it's amazing how much she can care and in how many
she
ways.
Gets activated,
exactly. Like something is clicking for her. It's clicking into place. Or out.
She needs a crisis. She loves a crisis.
Yes. Oh
many
my
such
God.
cases.
Many such
Many such cases.
Name them.
Well, Vronsky starts trying to problem solve pretty much immediately. He's like, great. He's like, this is our chance. Now we have to do something. Now we have to run away together. Your man already knows, like, please, let's do something. And she's like, what should be done? Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't even know what to do. He's like, tell your husband and run away with me. I'm telling you I love you.
Get a divorce.
No, literally. And she's like, I don't know. Like, think about that. Then what if something changes? He's like, it's not going to change. I'm in love with you. Like, they have this kind of like back and forth about like what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, incredibly, she's like, I need him to prove to me that he's serious. And then the second he does, she's like, oh, not like that. She's like, not like, like he has so much more reason to be insecure in this situation than she does. Also, this is like the first, we find out that Vronsky has been trying to force this conversation for a long time. So he's actually really excited about the pregnancy because he's like, okay, great. Now we have to, but she's been like avoiding this conversation for some time.
He's like,
correct.
Tolstoy's
gun.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
Tolstoy's gun. Exactly. Is the pregnancy.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we do also understand, I think I hadn't really like understood in these terms before this point, that if they get divorced, she is legally kind of giving up her rights to have custody of her son. Like she is not gonna be able to see or raise Seryozha anymore. And that is like a devastating thought for her, of course.
He's spooky though, so not such a loss. I don't know.
Bye. I'm a a Seryoso fan. I'm a fan of him.
I'm
It's not his fault he's knowing and precocious.
No.
To be fair, like I can't really remember, especially because it becomes like a more muddled plot line later on, but like is it Alexi who gets to determine whether she sees Seryosa? She like has no right to him, but Alexi can say, you take him, whatever.
I
Like
think so.
he can just like give Seryosa away if he wants
could,
to. Or
yeah.
even just like give her like
visiting
access.
rights or something.
Yeah.
If that's a thing.
Yeah. But like, yeah, on paper she like has no rights if they divorce. Interesting how that goes.
But she does say this beautiful thing when you know, she's acting really unhappy to his credit. Like she's acting a little bit unhappy, and he goes, I can't forgive myself that you're unhappy. And she goes, me? Unhappy? I'm unhappy? Coming close to him and looking at him with a rapturous smile of love. I'm like a starving man who has been given food. Maybe he's cold and his clothes are torn and he's ashamed, but he's not unhappy. I'm unhappy? No, this is my happiness. Now, she's crazy. Like at that point, it's starting to lock into place for me. Like, like, that's what you say when like you're a little too invested in something, and also you are acting unhappy. You're rightfully so. You have to consider like giving up your son.
There's a little woman hating from Tolstoy / the narrator here too, where it's
Always.
like, always, but it's like she felt so frightened at what she had done that she did not reason, but like a woman, tried only to calm herself with false reasonings and words. What?
I love that as an aside.
No, quite literally, question mark. I put a question mark. I was like, huh.
Like a woman.
Like a woman.
Okay.
I mean, that's so incredible because like throughout the book he like shows characters who feel really true to life that are like in contrast to this pronouncement, but he still has room in his head to give.
Sorry, you know who's doing that in almost every scene? The men, like the men.
No,
are coming.
literally.
Well, yes. No, exactly.
This
It's
very text
wild.
that he wrote. That's insane.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
Like, but infected by Alexi, you know, like
wild.
Tried to do that.
Bill, do you have a hard stop at 8?
No, we can keep going. Hard stop at like 8:30. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. We should keep this under 2 hours anyway. Yeah.
We'll speed through the rest. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 screams left.
I think we're good.
Yeah, 1 to 2 screams.
1 to 2, I'm scared.
No, guys. Okay, I understand why you wouldn't qualify this as a scream. I guess to me it's like a huge event.
Huge event. I see what you mean.
Oh,
you know
wait,
what I mean.
I know. Actually, yeah. Well, that's
a bit of
a. It is. Yeah.
I didn't scream.
It was maybe a bit of a gasp. It was kind of like
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The price of sex.
Ooh, what a cost. Yeah.
So he's got to get his ass to the race now, because he goes to Briansky's, and that's a whole other thing. It's like, please, like I'm getting so stressed out.
I'm scared.
I'm worried you're gonna miss the whole thing. Anna is also going to the race, but she doesn't want to go with her husband. She's like, no, I'm riding in Betsy's carriage actually. So fuck off and you can go alone.
So fuck off and kill yourself.
No, literally. But then he's kind of lining up. He's getting situated. He's getting his saddle gear. He's getting everything. He's mounting. He runs into Stiva, who's somehow there as well. Why the hell? How did he get there? Like,
Steve is wherever there's a good time.
Steva said, "Where's my hug at?" Direct quote.
So then,
well, so basically, then the race gets started, and how's it?
What can we say? But it's an exciting race. 17 people in it, 3 miles long. Vronsky's number 7 on Frou Frou. There are a lot of obstacles to clear. You know, like it's hard. it's mainly him and Gladiator, Frou Frou versus Gladiator. And so they start off the race being behind, but then Frou Frou pulls into first for most of it. And finally, at the last ditch,
The literal last ditch.
I was saying that, like, this is reading this section, I realized what a last ditch effort is. It's the effort that you make at the last ditch, the last obstacle in the race. I was like,
and
oh,
like,
wow.
who knew that? Not me.
I'm listening and learning.
Yeah.
Listening and learning.
Oh my god. He keeps calling Frou Frou his lovely, by the way. Which is very, very intimate. He's very intimate with Frou Frou and her legs and hindquarters and back.
She's thrashing like a fish.
Yeah. Sweaty. Her slender, sweaty neck fluttering on the ground. Like, oh my god. Well, because, at the very last ditch, there's an
his
accident.
Position changes in the wrong way, and one of his feet is touching the ground, and this causes her neck to break, or her back to break.
Her back,
yeah. And then cursibly he like kicks her in the stomach to try to get her to start again, but she's not moving. So
her back.
The crowd swarms the doctor, his officers, and everyone decides that they have to shoot her. Yeah.
And he loves Frou Frou, by the way. Like, loves Frou Frou. Like, there's this, like, really nice line earlier on where he's like, she's one of those animals that only doesn't speak because animals don't speak. And it just, it's like, she's, like, human to him. Like, he loves her so much. He's like, she's so intelligent. And, like, we have this communication.
They have such, like, an intimate relationship.
Yeah. So he basically kills this horse that he loves, that he cherishes,
and loses the race on top of it all.
On top of that,
the memory of this race remained in his soul for a long time as the most heavy and painful memory of his life.
For the first time in his life, he had experienced a heavy misfortune that was irredeemable, for which he himself was to blame.
Oh my god. It's like, well, once again, Tolstoy needs to punish his characters for their sins,
for having
and he
sex.
Needs to
mainly the girl.
Yeah, mainly the girl. But,
yes,
but let's
because how come she got shot in the head?
No. And kicked,
and broke her back. Sorry, it's a lot.
She broke her back.
She was carrying this race, and now she's dead. That's tough. That is
not fair. It's not right.
It's not easy.
I said this before, but for some reason the phrasing of this really gave me when like an athlete writes their college application essay about like how they broke their ankle in the big game. Do you know what I mean?
And that was the moment. That's like the saddest thing that ever happened.
No, and it's like, and that was the moment that like changed it all.
I mean, it is sad, but it is you know, it's
sad,
funny.
But it's such a trope, and like this is so not. He's such a jock. Like he's so like he's for the first time experiencing misfortune on the track, and it's like a depressing and horrific thing.
Yeah, it is sad. And while this is all playing out, something else is playing out in the stands.
Ooh. Anna does
we
not
have
hold her shit together well. Let's just say that.
No.
We have an audience. We have Alexei looking at Anna, looking at the race. Not just the race, but one racer in particular, because other people are also falling off their horses, and Alexi's like, wait, she's not reacting at all to them.
No, she could give less of a fuck. Like, literally does not care about them.
Yeah.
She's got her eyes on one man and one horse only.
Yeah. So when Vronsky falls, that's all the confirmation Alexei Alexandrovich needs, that like that's the man she was watching, that's what she cares about. She is distraught when he falls.
And honestly, not just he, like it's not just he who notices and now has confirmation. It's like in front of everyone, all of society is like, oh damn, like she's really not playing this cool. She's not having like a normal affair where it's like behind closed doors.
Exactly.
She's fucking crying. She's like what? I thought we were supposed to meet tonight and talk about my pregnancy. Like, are we even
Yeah,
going on a
no.
date? Like, literally.
Yeah, are we
Will
gonna
he be
have
okay
time
for the
that?
date?
Literally just,
Wait, but Leah, that's such a good point also about how this is not like a normal affair. And that's like what is like really settling in for other people. Like they're not just
Yeah.
having a regular affair, they're being weird about it. Like they're being dramatic.
No.
And like this is one of the things that Vronsky's mom at first is like, oh my god, I love this affair. This is amazing for you. You're such a high society man, and like you deserve this is good for you and good for your
Right.
social standing. And then there's something like, and then she realized that it was like some twisted Wertherian affair that was like gonna make him act stupid, and she was like, never mind, I don't like that anymore.
no, exactly.
Like they're taking it a little too seriously for everybody else's liking.
It's like they're like the theater kids making out in the hallway. Do you know what I mean? It's like
No,
you know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys,
at
Like
Betsy's
acting
house.
normal.
please. Yeah, exactly. Like, calm down with it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And Wertherian was one of the footnotes actually, and it's like a little bit of foreshadowing. I think so.
Mm.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but
No, not
Listen.
quite yet.
No. For now, we have Alexi being like, "Let's go home," Anna. Like, she's like sobbing. He's like, "Here's my arm." He offers it again. He offers it
She's
a
like-
third time. Jeez.
she's like,
Exactly. No.
She's like, I need to find out if my man is alive, if we're ever going to see each other. Because there's no screen showing what's happening down below. So all she knows is he fell and like the horse fell and like she doesn't know if he's dead. Did he break his leg? Like, what is it? So she's
that is
I
scary.
can't go home. I can't go home right now.
Betsy steps in, facilitating again, being like, "I brought her here and promised to take her back." Alexi's like,
Alexa's
well,
like,
no.
No, you can't. And why is and it's like, Betsy, kind of get your ass out of here. Like, why are you?
She's so.
How are you still
yeah.
in it? Like,
And she
anyways.
says like literally. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Literally, so Alexi finally convinces Anna to leave, and Betsy's like, I'll send to him and find out and get word to you. She's like, don't worry, I know you're so stressed about this. I'll figure it all out.
I'll
and
text
send
you
it
later.
messenger."
No.
Yeah, no,
She's
literally.
like, I'll text you later. Literally,
She's like,
that's so
whatever.
funny.
She's like, your husband's being so annoying right now. Whatever. I'll get you the information you need. Again, Diva, you are unwell.
So even still, Alexei Alexandrovich is not like sure how to say this to her. He's like, what do I even say? How do I address this? And finally, like, they're in the carriage and he's like, you know, I think you behaved a little bit improperly today. And he says it in French, which once again, I love knowing that because it's very telling about what kind of conversation it is. They don't want the servants to hear. And she's like, in what way did I behave improperly? And at first he's like, okay, she's going to tell me like that my suspicions are crazy and that, you know, there's nothing to this. And then we get to the third scream. Phil, do you want to do the honors?
Shall we begin from now and the disclosure of everything?
Okay, who's playing who? Oh, you're gonna read the whole thing. Sorry, go ahead.
I can read the whole thing.
You read the whole thing.
Now, when the disclosure of everything was hanging over him, he wished for nothing so much as that she would mockingly answer him, just as before, that his suspicions were ridiculous and had no grounds. So dreadful was what he knew, that he was now ready to believe anything. But the expression of her face, frightened and gloomy, did not promise even deceit. Perhaps I am mistaken, he said. In that case, I beg your pardon.
He's giving her an
No.
out.
No.
He said, let me
you are
backtrack.
He
You
said,
are
I'll be
not-
the cuck.
Yeah, please. Let me be cucked
Literally.
again. Let me be cucked.
He's like,
No, you are not mistaken, she said slowly, looking desperately into his cold face. You are not mistaken. I was and could not help being in despair. I listen to you and think about him. I love him. I am his mistress. I cannot stand you. I'm
Say
afraid of
that.
you. I hate you. Do what you like with me.
Oh my god.
oh my god, stop, he's
I'm like,
dead.
No.
Stop, he's dead.
Hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again.
No.
I'm literally like,
This must be where beating the dead horse comes from too.
No, I'm crying.
has to be.
Wait, is this the
This has to be the first time.
It must be. And it was Anna. It was Pollyanna Karenina.
Classic her. That is crazy. She said, fuck it. I love him. I am his mistress. I cannot stand you. I'm afraid
I'm
of you.
afraid of
And
you.
by the way, I hate you.
Do what you like with me. When I got to this, I literally like I stood up and like ran around. Like I was like
This is my top scream of the whole session,
Yes,
right?
top
Like this,
scream.
like I was like, oh my god.
no.
I was
It
like,
was
what
I am
is
his
the
mistress.
game?
That I was like,
And then when she said, I hate you, I was like, I don't know, girl, your husband is so weird. I wouldn't say that just yet because I don't know how he's
literally,
going to act. Like,
he has so much
he's been
power
so
over
nice
you.
so far. Like, he's been really good about this so far.
Literally, I was like, please don't dig yourself into a hole you can't get out of, girl. No. But when she said, I listen to you and think about him.
oh.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Why did she say that?
Oh my god.
He gets what it means when you say, I love him, I hate you. You didn't have to also illustrate and like give an example.
And make it like really, really clear that.
Let me make it concrete.
But it
When I'm
really
with
confirms it because earlier he's like, she's not listening to me. You know, it's just like her eyes are glazing over. There are passages of that where it's like, oh,
No,
actually,
wow,
she was
wait.
thinking of him. Yeah.
That's such a good point. She's like, yeah, by the way, when you were worried before that I wasn't listening, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
You are not mistaken. Do what you want with me. Oh my god.
Diva.
Wow.
Okay.
And amazingly, right after this, Betsy's footman comes and is like, he's fine. Vronsky's fine.
And she's like so happy. She's like, great, I'm going to see him tonight and I'll get to tell him everything.
Yes. Oh my god. The memory of the details of their last meeting fired her blood. Literally, she's so sick.
No, I literally
she's
underlined that as well.
No,
Crazy
it's
work.
like, damn, you just like put your husband to death and watch your lover get trampled by a horse and you're just like horny again. Like, okay.
Yes!
Like,
No, it's so sad.
she's got that dog
so
in
sick.
her. Like,
There's
nothing can stop her.
There's also a part earlier where like there's something where like it's like Vronsky's like scrambling around. He knows he's gonna be so late, but it's like the light of their meeting later that evening flickered in his mind. Like they're both so sick right now.
No.
They like there's nothing else guiding them. They're
They
like,
are down
when is the
horrendous.
next time I'm gonna see them? Yeah.
Well, we have to leave them there because that was too much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we need
And we're
to
boarding a flight to Germany.
so we can drink some fresh water. Okay. Get out into the mountains or whatever they have out
be
there.
in the spa because that's
Yes,
where
we're
Kitty
at
is.
the convalescent spa.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I gotta say,
Yeah.
as we were talking about in Discord,
Mm.
they get a little gay with it here.
It feels a bit gay.
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
There's-
I think there's a bit of a gay situation, is all I can say with Kitty.
I support that. When I first heard it, I said,
Yeah.
and now I'm like,
Same, yeah. On first read, did not really see. On second, I'm like, oh, yeah. There's more than a bit.
Right? Like
Mhm,
there's there are overtones, I would even say. Not even just
Yes.
undertones.
There are even classic things like, oh, how could any man leave you? When like
No.
Kitty learns that
Yes,
Varenka has been left by a
yes.
man, and like,
Exactly.
no, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
so Kitty meets this woman who's so pure while she's at the convalescent spa. Her name is Varenka, and she's basically like the portrait of like a helper, like a pious woman who just like helps this old lady, Madame Stahl, and like helps everyone at the spa. And it's made very clear that she's ugly. That she's
Madame
Yeah.
Stahl, right? Not
That-
Varenka.
well, Varenka too.
Oh, Varenka
She's-
too.
She's
Well,
like a beautiful flower that's no longer in bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like her description begins ugly and then gets beautiful later. Like when we meet her, it's like we don't know what age she is. She might have been 19, she might have been 30. And it says she must not have been attractive to men.
Yes. Yeah.
But
To men.
virtue to men.
That I
To
did.
men.
I did. Yeah. Well, this is why I didn't fully see her as like not attractive, because it's like something like she doesn't have the like vivacity of like a young kind of
Mhm.
naive Kitty. Like she's kind of,
Yes.
Yeah.
she's lived hard, but she could be
Yeah, she's
beautiful
lived-
under the right
Yeah.
circumstances.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
But Kitty
Yeah.
doesn't care. She loves her anyway.
She
Yeah,
falls
she
in
wants
first
to be
has
love.
to
just
go
like her.
through. She gets her mom to like meet Madame Stahl and Varenka, so
Set him
that
up for a play date.
yeah, literally setting up for a play date. And then she starts living virtuously.
She's like,
She
let me
tries.
try this virtuous
Yeah.
life. She's like,
Yeah.
now that I have this crush on this virtuous woman, I think I can experiment with a virtuous life. And
Yeah, so basically, like, just like in this spa, like, Varenka is taking care of like lots of old people, lots of sickly people. Like, she's really devoting herself to like helping the sick.
And Kitty kind of tries to do that, but she gets herself into a situation. It's like she can't even really do that without her old, charms with men coming back in to haunt her. She basically tries to care for this painter, and then he falls in love with her, and her wife says, "Get this slut away from him." Like she's
You can't take care. Yeah,
Yeah,
you literally are not allowed to take care of my husband
No,
anymore.
literally,
No.
she's just trying to nurse him back to health. She's like trying to be completely normal, and
And he
yeah,
paints a portrait of her, like pretty nasty.
Yikes.
The role that her dad plays in this is so funny because he's like I guess he comes to the spa with them, but then he leaves at some point.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, by the time he comes back, Kitty is like knee deep in this thing she's doing, being like, maybe I'll be more Christian.
In the passenger seat.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm kind of like again
okay.
a soundtrack of this section.
Passenger seat.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
wow, so many different things are coming together.
Yes.
Exactly. There's a lot here.
Right.
The's a lot to cover. But so
Well,
true.
Chapel,
He
if you're
comes back.
listening.
Yeah, he comes back and he immediately he like drags Madame Stahl to hell. He's like, she's so fake. Like she's a fake
Yeah.
Christian. Like she's not real about any of this. And like what's interesting is that Kitty loves Varenka from the beginning, but she like is a little bit like not sure about Madame Stahl. And the dad says like the craziest thing, because Madame Stahl is like so sick. She's like
Allegedly. Allegedly sick.
Allegedly. Kitty says, this is such a gag. Kitty says, they say she hasn't gotten up for 10 years. And then he says, she doesn't get up because she's stubby legged. She has a very bad figure. Sorry, the way? And Kitty goes, Papa, it can't be. The way he sounds like Donald J. Trump saying that. Like it,
No.
Wait,
she's a
you know
very
what?
bad figure.
Oh, literally, it's because she's stubby legged. And another thing, like,
And another, yeah.
No.
well, you know what also is very Donald J. Trump? His attitude toward European life, which I love. This further kind of characterization of the divergence between the prince and the princess, because they're always opposites on everything. They also held completely opposite views on life abroad. The princess found everything wonderful, and despite her firm position in Russian society, made efforts abroad to resemble a European lady. The prince, on the contrary, found everything abroad vile and European life a burden, kept to his Russian habits, and deliberately tried to show himself as less of a European than he really was. Like,
say that.
Come
he
on.
probably
Come
has
on.
like royal European blood, but he said,
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna dress up extra Russian. I'm performing Russian. Like,
Say that. Literally, me when I lived in London, I was like, you can't beat this out of me. I'm American. I'm like, oh, I love your little healthcare and whatever, but don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't
this
get
blood
confused.
runs red, white, and blue, or whatever.
Say that.
You know. Wow.
Oh, they all have a meal together, and even Varenka is charmed by her dad, can't help but breaking into laughs. But then Kitty is miserable now, and there's this great line where it says, everyone's laughing, and it says, she had the same feeling as in childhood, when she was punished by being locked in her room and heard her sister's merry laughter. So she's like, uh-oh, Something's wrong.
Yeah.
So she and Veronica have a little talk in her room. And it's kind of a replay
saying,
of her and Dolly.
in her room, and they
aren't yet.
There's something here. There's something going on betwixt them.
Yeah, I mean, especially like the interest that they each have in the other's like romantic life and like how they played their romantic lives and stuff like that. It's true. I see it, Leah.
Right?
I see it.
Yeah. And also, I mean, this kind of like parting ways that we're coming to, which is, you know, they're having this talk and Kitty's realizing basically like she's like not meant to live this pure life. Like she's like,
it's so funny.
She's like, sorry, like that was you. That was not me. Like I gave it my all, but like no.
She's like, I'm supposed to be at a ball.
No, literally, I gotta get back to the balls right now. Like it's just not it's not my thing. And Veronica's like, no, you know, like stay and blah blah blah. And Kitty's like, no, I just like I can't be as pure as you. I can't be like as amazing and like pious as you, and blah blah blah. And they get in this kind of like fight about it. But and they eventually make up, but like basically, you know, Kitty they make up, but Kitty realizes like that they have this fundamental difference and they're not going to be she's not going to be able to be like her.
Yeah. She was like, it was as if she came to her senses. She felt all the difficulty of keeping herself without pretense and without boastfulness on that level to which she had wished to rise. Besides, she felt all the weight of that world of grief, sickness, and dying people in which she had been living. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
She's like, I hate this.
She's like, and she tells her, be bad, but at least don't be a liar. And then at the very end, the line is, Kitty returned home to Russia cured. Like she learned to be bad and true, and she came home cured.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Sometimes that's better. But crucially,
go.
again, her love for Veronica did not weaken. As she was saying goodbye, Kitty begged her to come and see them in Russia. I'll come when you get married, said Veronica. I'll never get married, says Kitty. Well, then I'll never.
Oh my god, and there's even this line, she was not as carefree and gay as before because she's gayer.
Wow.
There we go.
And that is the benefit of a close read.
Yeah.
There we go.
We cracked the code, okay? Gay
Love
confirmed.
that.
Go.
Gay confirmed. Thank you, Gay.
Oh my god. I love that section.
Woo. That's a good section.
Yeah.
That's a damn
juicy.
good section.
Well, Bill, could you tag yourself from amongst these characters?
Yeah, I'm caught between two. One is Veronica because I've been working a lot.
Yeah,
but
and you
actually-
honestly, your work is honorable. I can't
It's
believe
pure.
Bill is pure and honorable, like for real, in a big way.
Oh my
Veronica
god,
style.
very
Veronica style.
kind.
And I could
But
never rise to Bill's level. I'm your bad friend. I'm your badass friend.
stop.
No,
I can't.
literally. I'm Kitty who's like, I'm gonna pretend to like be interested in law school for a week.
No, literally, and then I'm like, I'm going corporate.
No, I'm like, no, turns out I'm actually need to be bad and true.
Yeah,
No.
in a big way.
But you know, we love each other. But the other wow. The other character I'm identifying with is Frou Frou because I've been having back pain this week.
Oh my gosh.
So there's that.
That's crazy as hell.
That is so sad. No.
Yeah. It's
my
better
God.
today, but
Wow.
Wow,
Uh-oh.
they don't tell you that the horse is the most relatable.
no.
Oh my god.
Wow, y'all tag yourselves. Who are you here?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a lot of different people in this section, I think, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go Kitty. Like I'll go like I can't be as good as I want to be, and that's okay.
And
Yeah.
girl who's gonna be okay. That's Kitty going back to
Yeah.
Moscow. You know?
Or actually, do you know who else I might be? I might be the old prince coming in and saying, "Do you know what? This is nonsense." Actually,
Yes, no,
No,
that's
I
correct.
swear-
That's
yeah,
correct.
That is so
I'm
correct.
more old prince. I am more.
You are
old
so old
yeah.
prince who's like, fuck Europe. First of all.
Yeah. First of all. Second
I'm
of
not
all,
falling for
just because
this.
she said she's a Christian doesn't mean she is. Third of all, she only won't stand up because have you seen her legs?
Yes.
Yeah. I will
She's stubby-legged.
He literally like I know her from way back. I have seen her legs. It's so crazy.
He is so fucking funny. Oh my god.
He's major for that. Yeah.
God. Okay, you know
Leah?
who I think I am? I'm Princess Betsy. When she's like,
You're throwing afters.
Yes.
First of all, the
You're
afters are fine.
facilitating.
Second of all, I'm saying, girl, don't worry. I'll text you later. You know, I'll find out and I'll text
Facilitating
you.
bad behavior.
Yes.
Get in my carriage. I'll pick you up. Come on,
I'm
let's go.
dead. It's
Third of all, when she says, okay, that's more fun, I'll guess the names. I love when I get to do that. When someone doesn't tell me who it's about, so I get to be
for
like,
that.
that's even better. I'll guess.
it?
Like,
Yeah. That is so funny.
love
Okay,
it.
we're tagged.
Oh, wow.
Do we have any Nabokov questions? Quick ones?
I have a couple.
One
Okay.
comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay, we said this already in our recap, so I think everyone will remember. But how many officers are riding in the steeplechase?
17.
Yes!
I was
Bill.
not going to remember that at all. I did not remember.
That's a random ass detail.
Okay. This one is so super easy. What color is Kitty's bedroom?
Pink. Look at us go.
Exactly.
Okay, it's almost like
Okay.
we've read this part like 4 times.
No, yeah. Okay, what is the name of the Karenin's summer villa?
Oh, Peter Hoff, I remember this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Will, you are unbelievably so fun.
I had
You're
so much fun
amazing.
being here.
You're an
I wish I were in
icon.
the studio, but what can you do?
Listen, sometime soon we'll get to the studio. We'll do it.
And everything, the world is our studio when we're together like this. Like I'm
So
like sweaty
true,
from
so true.
from the
It's like-
effort exerted. Like
No.
I'm huffing and puffing like it's giving studio right now. It
it's
really
giving
is.
I was on the steeplechase.
Yes.
It's giving I was
No,
frou-frou, you know? Like I'm
No.
dead. Like,
We are just we frou-frou. We are all frou-frou
No.
today.
frou-frou c'est moi.
No.
Like
No, Say more
you
frou-frou.
know?
Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
Well, thank you both for the public service of making reading fun again.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
true.
See y'all for part
Yeah.
3 and say how much you love Bill in the comments.
Oh my
Yeah, say something nice about Bill.
God.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.